The first rule of Left Past 10 is do not talk
Can you
during
please shut
the
the
opening
fuck
credits.
up?
Don't
Can
talk
you
right
just
now.
shut your fucking mouth?
See, now we can't monetize the entire
well,
show.
that's right. We shouldn't be able to.
In the first
Because
7 seconds,
corporations
you dropped multiple
goodbye?
F-bombs.
Get out of here.
But don't talk during this part. Just
Okay.
let this part play without any talking, please.
Is that okay?
And thank you. Good morning,
sound
comrade.
Good morning, comrade. We have Boris here.
Jeff Boris.
Yes.
Hello, Jeff.
It's past my bedtime, actually.
Yeah,
Oh,
mine
really?
too, baby.
No,
Don't
no.
worry about it. We're all
I'm
past
just playing
bedtime.
around.
Welcome.
We actually very seldom record GMC in the morning. We just pre-record it and just run it on our regular time.
That's
Well,
cool.
we're very happy to have you. Love
Yeah.
the shirt.
Thank you.
Yeah, where'd you get that shirt?
Oh, a friend of mine got it for me back when we thought that there was a possibility of hope in the world. And actually I haven't talked to this friend in many years.
I like it.
But yeah, this
But
is
it
the Bernie Barbie
Oh.
shirt. I love it.
Sign of the
Before,
times. It's a relic.
before the Barbie craze, though.
Yeah, it was before Barbie. It was before the
Wow.
movie. Not before the doll, but
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I
That's
love
funny.
that. Before
Yeah.
there was hope in the world, you fit with my audience
Yeah.
perfectly. Are you a doomer, Jeff?
I'm not a doomer, actually. I'm generally kind of an optimist.
All right, give me 5 things to be optimistic about. Go.
Well, for me,
That's
at
a
least the
tall
top
order.
thing is the labor movement. Obviously, I'm always
Okay.
about workers. 2,
Boom.
let's see. This is a personal thing that I'm very optimistic about. I'm going to be in a beginner's Guilty Gear Strive tournament tomorrow night, and
That counts. All right.
I think I'm gonna get top 3, which means I get a free Steam key for a game. So that's kind of cool.
Awesome.
All right.
It's snowing here in Richmond, Virginia, so it's not like, and my power and my water didn't go out for the first time this year when it snowed.
Right.
So that's looking up.
We're doing well so far.
4, I actually just started playing Balatro, and I won a run today, so that was kind of cool.
All right, not
then
bad.
5, my adorable kitty, who does incredible, wonderful things, and I got an
Okay.
amazing picture of him that I will share with y'all if there's
I
hope to
like
share
it.
All right, you passed the test.
that.
Yeah, really, more than I did. Mine was the only thing I could say is, well, I woke up.
Mostly workers, though. Mostly I'm positive on the workers.
Yes. Well, that's the good thing.
Mm-hmm.
People are noticing I'm in a new setup here.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
an all new
It looks
studio.
good.
You're in a headquarters. Is that you're in
Library.
the archive chamber?
Library.
I love
Letterhead
the
library.
range of lighting you have. You have sort of natural lighting on one side, and you have the dark
Yeah.
corner with the sort of blue lighting in the back. That looks really cool.
All-
And the wood wall. Nice.
Like
Oh, yeah,
comic
panel.
books are very traditionally yellow on one side, blue on the other side. So that's what's going. Yeah, and this is old hardwood flooring that we had.
Beautiful.
Oh, no,
Like
okay.
this
You think
was
about
a
the blue light
traditional
is gonna
basement.
damage the gonna damage your books and everything?
No,
You
no,
think?
no, and because it's only on for the show, and then.
Oh, so you're a poser.
Oh yeah, sorry,
like
Andrew. I don't
blue-
live with blue lights in my whole house 24/7.
That would be cool.
Fucking
That would
poser
be
over
cool.
here.
We
Dude,
thought-
I live in lots
we
of color
thought-
lights, all kinds of
I thought
color
you lived at a ContraPoints video, but I guess I was wrong.
That was good, Jeff. Oh, that was really good.
awesome.
I live in a ContraPoints.
This is my happy place, though. This library. These are all my comics, and this is only part of the library. It wraps around the room. It's pretty great.
It's actually adjacent to Tucker Carlson's studio. That's on the left part there.
Wait a minute. It's not Poly Market.
Yeah.
There is somebody in the chat that I want to call out for having some very good chats the other night. I was doing a fairly serious show. It was a fun show, but it was serious, and I was producing because I was doing a live interview and playing 2 pre-taped interviews and trying to, like, not fuck that up, right?
This is the best chatter of the week award.
And then here comes this person, Jet, with these banger chats, and I'm sitting there like I forgot to mute myself while the video was
Ooh,
playing,
that
and so
sucks.
it's like a third person was laughing at an inappropriate moment because I started going like that.
Oh no.
But Jet had these really, it was like LT9K's like LT9K goes, "I'll be right back," or something, right?
Oh.
And Jet said something funny. I didn't catch it, but then
Notice the accent, by the way.
Winning
LT9K is
Tunes
like,
9000 just popped up in chat.
Oh,
Yes.
fuck.
He's there.
he
And he's
said, LT9K says, "Okay, I'm back." And then Jet goes, "The wisdom of the elders say when LT9K returns from excursion safely, he gets to pick 4 people to sacrifice to Olmec in the hidden temple." And I was just like sitting there like, come on, dude. I'm dying. Can't
It's
keep
pretty
up.
specific.
He had a few of those. Anyway, that's a
Right.
pretty high bar. for
So
funny
Jeff,
chats.
Chatter of the week.
let's put you on the spot. Tell us about who you are.
Yeah, who are you, dude?
Now that we
Whoa,
know
what the fuck?
5 optimistic points.
We're breaking the fourth wall.
I'm flattered that you would invite me on the show before you even knew who I was. That's really cool.
Well, I've been on your show,
I
and
know, yeah.
Andrea.
No,
Andrea's been
I
on the
never
show.
know
Sandy,
who
we got to
it
get
is.
you on GMC. But no, my name's Jeff. I'm one of the hosts of Good Morning Comrade on 102.3 WHIV LP New Orleans. We've been on the air for this year makes 6 years.
Wow.
So that's going to be kind of a little celebration that we do. We talk about news. We talk about sort of like politics sort of stuff, but I like to keep it focused on unions and workers and labor. We do a lot of interviews. Coming up this week, we have Ashik Sadiq, who is one of the co-chairs of the Democratic Socialists of America. He's a really cool dude. We actually recently had Eric Blanc on to talk about his book, We Are the Union, sort of talking about a potential model for organizing going forward, because if we
Love it.
can't organize the working class, then we are effed pretty much. And then, over the years, we've had probably 100 different guests.
Very
it's like one of those
nice.
sorts of
Wow.
things where we've been doing it. We kind of like do it under the radar. Our primary thing is radio, but we're on all the platforms, Twitter,
Wonderful.
YouTube, Twitch, all that stuff. So
I feel so lucky. This is
Mhm.
great.
That's cool.
This is really great.
How
I got a
does
comic
radio
book for you.
differ from doing internet stuff? in
Oh,
your-
that's a good question.
honestly, so it was different initially when we for a while would do the show live on the air, and like we actually had a little phone in the radio booth, and sometimes
Mhm.
somebody would call us and be like, "Hey, what are you talking about?" Or "That's really cool. I want to add this," and it was like a really cool way to get participation in. When we don't really get like that anymore because we pre-record and we do it sort of more of a podcast style. But yeah, it's just it's different from the perspective of you don't get the same, like this is like nerd stuff and like people probably don't care, but it's harder to know what your audience is on the radio because you can't really track how many people are listening in the same ways.
Right.
But I love it.
Not like the old days where they used to send out
Oh,
the
Nielsen.
you fill out the survey and they'll send you
yeah.
$1.
Well, I'm ancient, so I remember.
I did
on
that.
radio.
I
When
did
I
that
went-
too. I did that
when-
too.
As soon as I went freelance in 2015, I started doing that,
Mhm.
and I
Arbitrage.
was like, "Yeah, I'll make $5 a week."
Yeah.
You kidding? I'm scared. I'm freelance.
Well,
Hey.
go ahead.
Let me just real quick before I forget, like I'll forget. I want to recommend a comic book to Jeff. Jeff, do you read comic books?
Yes, I do.
Okay, dude. I've
Right
been using
answer.
dude a lot lately. Our Members Be
Dude.
Unlimited by Sam Wallman.
Okay.
He's in, I believe, Southern Melbourne. Australia. It's the history of unions and also his personal experience working in an Amazon factory, like going through the metal detectors and everything like that. This guy is so dope. He has free art, like templates for flyers. So like if you want to have a union meeting or something, or a meeting about like starting a union, it's pretty professional looking stuff. So you just download these. I think there's some sort of agreement, like you have to request them or something, but you download them, handwrite or type in whatever you want, but then you put it in your break room and people are like, that just looks legit. You know what I mean? As opposed to like scribbling on a piece of paper, we're going to talk about a union tomorrow. So anyway, this guy's really cool. He's pro-union. He's done a lot of workers' rights and labor organizing comics, but this is like the one. So I recommended this to Senator Nina Turner when she was on the show.
Sick. And it's available through the IWW store, which is kind of cool. I didn't know they had
it. Yeah. What's funny is I checked, you can get it on Amazon, which is a trip, right? Like you would think they would be like, ugh.
Nah, they'll take a cut of whatever they can.
Yeah, they get a cut. Yeah. But anyway, you would dig that. Are you guys paying attention to the national letter carriers efforts to get better contracts? That's happening right now. They've got like a big thing coming up in March, like a march in March.
Why did Joe Biden not get rid of that asshole?
So I don't think a president can technically get rid of them, but
Trump seems to be able to get rid of people.
Well, I'm going to talk about this on the show tomorrow.
Technically, the president was breaking the law. Technically, he can't do that.
So couldn't he have heavily suggested that?
Yes. Yes. I mean, the most powerful man in the world goes, I can't do anything. It's so stupid. It's not like a thing where you can just get rid of them, but
send bombs to Israel.
So anyway, yeah, I mean, there's, they have a march coming up, which I just think, look, it's just awesome that people that kind of walk for a living are doing a march, because it's sort of like, it'd be more impressive if you just stood around.
Well, you know what's going to be good because they have just like so much experience walking like that. I think they're gonna all make it the whole way.
That's what I'm saying. There's no one's gonna drop out. They'll probably deliver the mail along. I'm sorry, we shouldn't be joking about this. It's very serious.
If there are any postal workers listening, they're probably joking right along with us.
Also,
I think it's awesome.
Postal workers.
I wonder if that's going to happen where I live in the middle of nowhere. We have like a post office of like 4. You know, I wonder. It's very red here, but I wonder if I'm going to find out.
You're not going to have a post office probably by the end of the year. That's my bet.
So, do you guys think the parliamentarian is going to get cut by Doge? I really hope it does.
That's the thing, right? Like I keep saying this and I keep like bringing it up. Like every single time the Democrats ever say they wanted to do something in an election, they can never ever do it because of parliamentarians or whatever. And again, you're seeing it right now once again. And like again, when Republicans are in the minority, they are coming screaming like a million miles an hour, like you do all the time. You see what's his face, God is on the throne, Hakeem Jeffries. He's like, well, we got no leverage. What do you want to expect us to do? What Captain Chaos or whatever the hell he's calling Trump. His little nickname for him is like
Jesus.
Like I have never seen these losers be more like actively and like obviously losers in my entire life.
It's when
actively and obviously losers.
When the Democrats have the majority, they say the Republicans won't let us do it. And when the Republicans have the majority, the Democrats go, what do you want us to do? We don't have any power. It's just absolutely pathetic. So I do, and like Ken Klippenstein, I actually think it's Ken Klippenstein, but anyway, Kenny Klipps.
Ken
is he is just like shredding. Like this stuff seems like it's custom made for him. Like where Hakeem Jeffries puts out a video going, my new nickname for Trump is Captain Chaos. You can just do they like cut that and send it right to Ken because it's like perfect for him? And then people were like saying that he was racist because he was making fun of it. But like, it's just
Well, the
wants to-
Democrats they know one thing for certain, and that's Americans are stupid and have a short memory, so they can just get away with doing the same thing over and over again. You know, every 2 years or so, everyone just forgets everything.
I mean, it's less time now.
Yeah, but I mean, it's every 2 years is the election, so it's like, you know, there's a whole new world every time there's an election. So each time they just flip and flop, and then, you know, it works because Americans are dumb. They got to listen to this show.
You know, I'm pretty dumb. I fell for a thing online.
Online.
I thought Bill Maher died.
Ooh.
And then it was a fake headline, New York Times. Bill Maher dies in his home Monday morning. And then
Was it a real New York Times headline? But they
the sub headline said he was trying to suck his own dick or something like that. And I was
Oh
like,
my God! Yeah, right there, you knew.
But before I even read that, I said to my wife, I was like, Bill Maher died. Thank God. Oh, fine.
Not that we should laugh.
Oh, thank God. Yeah, no, we can laugh. Fuck that.
If we did, it would be the only thing we'd laughed at from Bill Maher in like 25 years.
Yeah, he finally made us laugh.
That's a good point.
Good one. Come
Especially
on, Matt.
if you went
Where's
out
your
like that.
where's your sound effects? I'm always
Oh,
telling
yeah.
you. Needs the
I-
sound effects. I use
mean,
them all the time.
I have a cricket chirp. I
Okay.
might have a record scratch, but
Oh God. I
that's
have
about-
so many. I can't even. We do on my show, Jeff. Every show we do the environmental coffee house flush of the day, and so we pick
Oh.
something to flush, and then toilet goes
Ooh.
flushing.
I have
Yeah.
here. I have
Very,
this-
very AM, very FM DJ of you. I love it.
It
We
is.
love the letter
I love it
hack,
too.
and we appreciate their work. We love the letter hack, and we appreciate
Get
their
enough
work.
of
Emma Vignan.
Matt
That's
can't
Emma-
get it.
Emma
It's
Vigeland.
Matt can't get
Ooh,
enough of
burn.
that. Yeah. Ooh, bird.
I don't know what else I have here.
Emma
Um,
gassing you up.
Yeah, it's mostly
there's-
just clips talking about how great the letter hack
Letter
is.
hack
Very
is
interesting.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. The
No
crickets.
clips about how you stole John from San Antonio though.
Oh, I like that
Oh.
one too.
Actually, I have
Ooh,
a lot
boy.
of those. too. I have a lot.
You want to make a plug, probably. So why don't you do it?
Yeah. So I'll be on the Letter Hacks live show tonight
Right.
at 8 p.m. Eastern. You know, providing live coverage.
Yeah.
So I thought y'all were kind of putting this all to bed because didn't you say you're going to have the Letter Hack with Harvey K promoting that last week? Didn't you say that you were?
Yeah, we
considering that.
were planning on doing that on Friday.
See, so
Did
the-
that
the
ever
way-
end up happening? That's
Yeah.
the real question.
That's another previous guest on GMC. I've had Harvey on a couple times. Really, I
yeah?
love Harvey K. He's a really nice guy.
Yeah, and have you seen the comic, the Economic Bill of Rights?
I
That-
did. I
I love it.
mhm.
I love
Me
it.
too. I actually love the Economic Bill of Rights a lot more.
Well, you did it.
Like, let's fucking go.
know.
No, the
Yeah.
actual
Oh, I know. Do it. Let's do it. but
new economic. Like, what
know,
are we waiting for? We
well, we're
can't afford
waiting.
that.
we
really?
can't. We can't do anything. And I'm not
Any-
going to sound like a doomer because you have a plan. But I'm telling you, if we don't do something like infiltrate, like those fuckers, we're done. So
This is the thing: is they
Infiltrate.
are. Look, there are perfectly rational people among us who are having thoughts like, "Wow, they're really backing us into a corner. They're not leaving us too many options." So imagine what the nut jobs are thinking. Okay, imagine what the people who are writing their manifestos are thinking. They're
I'm
like,
writing.
"Oh,
I'm
new
writing
chapter."
one.
Right? Like that's
Yeah.
yikes. And I keep going back to this. The guy
I
who
noticed
took
that you
over-
made a point to specify the nut jobs are people that would lick their fingers before touching paper, because only a nut job would do
Just licking
something
the
like
pen.
that.
They got
You know
Okay.
how many
But-
germs are on your fingers?
I think of the the United Healthcare CEO's replacement.
Mhm.
That I always bring this shit up. I forget his name, but he was trying to make himself famous. He does like a press conference where he goes, "Yeah, no, I think that my predecessor did everything right, and I'm going to pick up where he left off." And we're all going, "Seriously, dude? You're going to say this out in the open?"
Mm.
Do you not see how it went for the first guy? Like, why would you do that? And then, so look, but to Andrew's point about things taking 2 years and then me saying it takes a lot less time, nobody's talking about that right now, are they? What's that? What's United Healthcare doing? Nothing different, I bet.
Mhm.
All they did was
Oh
take all the
no, I
faces
saw
down off their About Us
I
page.
saw today now there's these new training companies set up that are training the executives on how to have to be self-defense. Oh, it's pathetic.
The Bill Maher thing is real.
Pathetic. It's not. Yeah,
He was really trying
really-
to suck his own dick and died in the process. He's just too old for that kind of stuff.
So did he choke or did he
Ugh.
break his spine? Like, which one happened? Like,
It's
how did-
unclear.
yeah,
Activated.
maybe a little bit of both.
Suffocation. But
I
like,
imagine
wow.
he didn't choke on his own dick because it's too small.
It's possible.
Yeah, that's
Somebody
like one of
told
those
him.
picks or it didn't happen situations. I'm gonna have to see that one.
I don't want to.
Bill Maher. Oh my god! And every time I turn on HBO, they're like, "Check out the new Bill Maher." I'm like, "Are you kidding me? Seriously?
No,
Thank
he
you.
needs to retire.
Read the room."
Read the
I'm still
room,
like,
baby.
can't believe that I watched that clip and it like haunts me of him with the Hawk Tuah girl, like when he's just like trying to creep on her. Do you
Oh,
remember this?
man.
Yeah,
I heard about
yeah,
it.
yeah.
My lord, like
He's
it
a
just
dom.
made my
That's why.
skin crawl.
I'm
Is he like
surprised.
20 or
nothing
like
has-
19 years old or something like that? Like,
Yeah, he's
obviously-
disgusting. He's a dom.
Mhm.
And I've known plenty of them. Doms. Ugh. Gross. Has he been has his name come out on the Epstein list?
Oh.
Okay, look, I was watching this show. It's I think Spanish, but they're they find a bunch of CDs with names on them. And it's very incriminating for the guy who had the CDs, right? It's like dark internet stuff that this guy's been doing. And I was like, I go to my wife, they found a very similar box of CDs at Jeffrey Epstein's place, right? I even kind of remember hearing something about that. Like CDs or DVDs with different names written on them, right? So it's like Trump, Clinton, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Where's that? Nobody. Really? You didn't find anything after Epstein?
All that stuff
got
is now,
busted?
if it wasn't burned the first time, that's just gone by
Right.
now.
You couldn't find any evidence on anybody, and then they just kind of dropped it. Okay, look, I think if there's one thing that we can all 100% agree on, let's say that we disagree half the time on any given topic. I think we all know Jeffrey Epstein did not kill himself, right? Is there anyone
I
here
buy
who
it.
thinks he
I buy it.
I mean, there's a lot of
Really?
questions.
You know,
about
he was
it,
really
right?
thinking about all of his crimes, and he was like, "Oof, how
Oh,
can I live
yeah.
with myself?"
And it
Yeah.
was right when those guards went for a smoke break, just like
He
completely.
just figured,
and the
like,
camera stopped working
sorry.
in that moment.
I
Come
don't
on.
buy it. I'm surprised that what's her name is-
it's a good time.
the
You can't
jizz-
let an opportunity go like that.
How is
you know?
Jizz still alive?
Was he
How
was he
is
trying to
still
suck
Jizz?
was Jeffrey Epstein trying to suck his own dick or what's
That's
No.
possible too. Yeah, that may explain
So
all
it's
sorts of things.
autoerotic. I see. Yeah. Well, the madam. What's her name again?
Ghislaine. Jizz.
Yeah.
Ghislaine.
Say that again. What was
Jizz
that?
for short. She's still alive because
Yes.
I mean,
Why?
then it would be like, I mean, they bought her off. They took care of somebody. She had like an ailing mother or something like that, and they were like, "We'll take care of them. Keep it quiet."
Mhm.
I don't know.
Well, she was a blue blood too. Like she was the one that brought Epstein into the sort of like elite social strata, right? That was sort of like his way in was through Ghislaine Maxwell.
Ghislaine. Yes, Ghislaine.
It's so weird.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's so
Yeah.
bizarre.
But it is going to make a good movie someday. Or has it made a
Yeah.
movie yet? No.
Congressional Baseball Fan had the correct quote from Bill Maher where he said, "I often wonder what it's like to be a teenage girl." which is just
Ugh. He often wonders what it's like. Jesus,
I
when
So
I was
weird.
a
Use the
teenage
name, by the
girl,
way.
I didn't even
Great
wonder
name.
what it was like. That is frightening.
Russell
That's
baseball.
disgusting. It's such a double standard all the time for all these fuckers. Sorry, but it's true.
I hate fuckers.
Nobody here.
Am I right, people?
Yeah.
And by the way, Andrea, you look good and you sound good tonight.
No, I don't.
Oh,
Okay, stop. Oh, there she goes. There she goes. Come on back, baby.
so yeah, I think that the news moves pretty fast, and it's very telling what people want to focus on and what they get upset about, and all that. We know this is nothing new to us. What continues to really shock me though is that people buy that shit. People fall for it, like large numbers of people. I posted on Blue Sky that I was like, hey, Mark Cuban's a fucking billionaire. He's not a good guy. We do not need him. He's not on our side. This is
I didn't
bullshit.
see that.
And somebody was like, he is a good guy. He's our Elon Musk. And I was like, are you
We need Elon Musk, right?
kidding me? Like, oh my God. Yeah, Biden should have had Bill or should have had Mark Cuban up there with him, right? Because we need a billionaire at all times. Like, ew. It was just people are
These
just
people, it's
buying
the
this
new
shit.
kings. Like they
Yeah.
just want to look for someone's dick to suck. They want to find the best looking dick at the
Okay.
closest and lowest rate just to go on and get a little, attachment piece.
They're saying
Oh, look at your picture.
Mayor
Matt.
Pete
You're so
sounding
blue.
very presidential right now. And
Oh,
I'm like,
God.
ew, what? You don't have any
Already
other
setting us
options
up.
floating around in your head right now? Oh my God,
Of
Mayor
course not.
Already.
Pete.
I mean, that's like the natural sort of expression of capitalist, like a capitalist sort of society would produce, right? Like the idea of meritocracy within capitalism is the people who have gotten the most money from that system are necessarily the most virtuous, which is why you have dumb fucks like Elon Musk who just like ass backwards into being rich. And I mean, like people still think he's a genius against all.
Yeah.
Against all other like evidence, simply because he's the world's richest man. That's literally that's like the beginning and the end of it, and that's how the society evaluates people.
Like
Straight
he
up.
is Tesla.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean,
And he's such a breeder, and it's so disgusting that that
Ooh,
they
What's
are
fun?
such
He is fun
hypocrites.
too much. Yeah.
How many kids? And he keeps saying, oh, can I have kids? And then Trump signs this IVF thing, and damn well it's because they want workers.
I think I fell for another thing that might not have been real. They said they said raccoons are trying to break into, what are those Teslas? Those trucks? What are they called?
Cybertruck.
Yeah,
Cybertruck?
they said raccoons are trying to break into Cybertrucks, and the only reason they can figure why is because it reminds them of dumpsters. I was like, whoa, wait. Like an hour later, I was like, that's probably not real.
That's more fun to just believe it's true.
I'll just believe it.
Yeah, it's more
I'll live
fun
in
this
that
way.
world. I'll live in that world.
Kat just said Elon is actually poor because he's emotionally dead. You got that right.
Ooh.
Kat.
Didn't we have another like child confirmed like this week?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
I saw about that.
genetically altered and edited with genes from the most superior organisms on the face of the planet. Apparently, that's the
I would
quote.
love to know who that is, because
God.
I bet they're worthless people. I just bet there's nothing there.
Oh, they're it. But
There's a comic book for you, like
Yeah, seriously.
fucking like Elon Musk's like
Elon's
genetically
kid.
altered fail son. Like that's like a funny satire comic.
The
I
one that
suppose.
takes down Elon. That would be a good one.
That's gonna
Little
be his
Alice
daughter.
Alizard situation.
I think it's gonna be
Yeah.
his daughter.
He's just gonna keep having kids until one of them likes him.
Mhm.
or Trump. The kish.
It's so it's
I just
bad.
think it's crazy. We're in a crisis on this planet. Just keep having more and more and more and more. I mean, what does he have? 13?
I think it's more. I heard 18.
Yeah, and the hypocrisy
wrong?
with
I
how
might
many
be wrong.
different women, they're all such the hypocrisy of the religious right is insane. It really is. They're just go along to get along, but anyway.
Ashley St. Clair. Yo, yeah, she's one of those like really bad like posters too on the internet.
I love the idea
Yeah.
that Elon is out there paying like random women online like hundreds of thousands of dollars just
You're
to
right,
like get them
13.
to like take on his like genetic experiments or whatever. It's
Yeah.
incredible, man.
So
Okay.
I read another thing that I choose to believe is true. That's my new motto, by the way. I
Yeah.
choose to
Choose
believe
to
Yeah,
this is
they
true.
their own
I'm just gonna-
reality. We get ours
I'm-
too, man.
I'm going with that from now on pretty much everything. But
I choose to believe you have the blue light on all the time.
in every room, and
I
no
have
one
colored
complains.
lights on in my house.
Okay, so remember when Dave Chappelle brought Elon Musk out and everyone booed? Brought him out on stage and was like, geez, they really don't like. Dave Chappelle thought everyone was going to clap for Elon Musk, but I guess he was thinking if they like me, of course they're going to like Elon Musk, but they booed. And I heard that some of Elon Musk's employees were saying like he barricaded himself in his office and was having like, a mental health crisis, and he was losing it. And I was like, is that all it takes is a lot of booing? Please go out in
Boo.
public more.
Yeah,
We,
boo.
I mean, Jesus,
Yeah, well,
should be getting a
sometimes
lot of
it's
booing out there, right?
boo boo.
Not to be confused with Boeing. They're doing really well recently.
Going.
Look
Yeah,
at
but that
this.
wasn't the one that flipped.
5 memberships.
The one that flipped was
10
like 5 plane
memberships.
crashes ago,
Yeah.
Sandy.
10
Get with the
more
goddamn
memberships.
times.
Right. But we must be careful because we cannot blame them and just summarily say, well, it's Trump's fault. We can't, even though I'd love to say that we can.
Can I also just say, why the fuck are people flying on planes? Like,
It's
where are
true.
you going that's so fucking important?
Yeah.
What the
Well,
fuck are you
maybe
people doing? Stay home.
have you ever seen FlightAware? Have you ever seen what
No,
it
I
looks
haven't.
like every day on FlightAware? How many flights there are?
Oh,
just
this
in the United
just
States?
a live tracker or whatever.
Yeah, what the pollution quotient is for flying is insanity. And I had to in September, and I felt guilty about it the whole time. But then I have a friend who says, well, if your ass ain't in that seat, someone else's is going to be. But that's very,
Yeah, let
de-
them
we
fucking die
deserve
in the final
trains.
destination crash.
We deserve trains.
yeah.
We don't. We
I'd
definitely
rather
deserve
take
trains.
trains. Yeah.
There's
and
no
not
reason we shouldn't have
Amtrak.
trains.
My father used to call Amtrak, my biodad, Amcrap.
I'm
Because,
crap.
yeah, well, he was a
Don't let
engineer.
Biden hear
I mean,
that.
he designed transit systems,
Mhm.
real
I was
bad.
watching a show that takes place in Paris. It's called Prime Target. I don't know if you guys are watching this. It's about prime numbers, kind of interesting. But it's like the Indiana Jones of math. But
Really?
not anywhere near as good as Indiana Jones, but who's actually kind of a gray area character because it's just a white guy stealing artifacts to put in a British museum, which does not seem very noble. But anyway, they're on these trains in Paris. And I said to my wife, I was like, you know what, this is bullshit that we don't have something like this in the US. She goes, okay, letter hack, turn it off for a second. And I was like, I can advocate for shit and not be on YouTube.
Right. Listen, there's nothing more than I would love to see. Trains are wonderful they're so efficient. Japan is so efficient, but not the United States. We have breaking down crappy Amtrak, which I used to take, from Buffalo to Albany sometimes because I didn't want to fly the early
Why the
flight. So I
fuck
would
are
take
people traveling so much?
well, back in the
Where are
day,
you
I had
people
to travel
going?
for work.
Where are you going?
Well, it's vacation.
Why? Why are you
the-
people
the
going on
ads?
vacations? Save some money. You
Because-
can't afford that shit, man.
Well, who knows? It might change. People
Well, I
are
think it's
but,
proof
I mean-
the internet hasn't connected us anymore. If all these people need to be face to face all the fucking time, right?
Yeah. Turn on a webcam.
No,
That's a
it's
lot
because you
because
know
of
they're
plane ticket.
FaceTiming the whole time they're on the plane with whoever they're going to see,
Yeah, but
and then when they
Oh,
get
you gotta
there,
turn
they're in
airplane mode. Maybe
person
that's why the planes are
putting
crashing.
pictures on
People aren't turning
Instagram.
airplane mode on.
They're all playing-
families don't live near each other anymore, and that's a huge problem. And that's a sad problem, I think. Here, where I live is I see more in a rural place, more community, more families are
Have you
staying
thought that maybe
together,
people
but
moved away from their families for a
I
reason?
hate them.
Don't travel toward me. I need to get away as far as possible
Yeah.
from these people.
Mm.
Yeah,
Mm.
I mean, I love my family. I don't live anywhere near them. I'm a
Me
day's
too.
drive, but
Mm.
when on my way back, I'm like, I'm really happy, I excited to see everyone, and then when I get there, I'm like, okay, this is why I live far away, and it really is one of those. It's not them, it's me,
Mhm.
because they're all acting perfectly normal. I just can't deal.
Well, that's the problem. Normal is not so good.
Yeah, I was like, can't you people be a little weird? No, I mean, it really is just
I
like
love
Predictable.
my family.
typical family dynamics. There's nothing wrong with it, but I think it's just overstimulating for me. There's just too many people in the room.
I have a
Mhm.
very small family, and we just chat.
Oh, I have a massive.
I have a tiny one. 4 of us. That's it. My daughter, my 2 brothers, my mom. We have a little chat every day. And Andrea, I'm trying to get my mother on Signal. I'm hoping my brother has, because he flew down there, and I was hoping he would teach her how to use Signal,
Yeah.
so we could
You gotta
chat
get
on
her on there so
there.
that
I
grandma
know.
can
Well,
plan for the resistance.
yeah,
Yeah,
grandma. My
is your
mom's a resistance bitch. Let me tell
oh,
you.
okay. I was gonna say is she a right winger, but she's
Oh
not.
God, no,
Well, I
no,
don't know. It's
no,
very
no.
strange how people's
My
family can
mother
be
is
so
a
different from them,
no. My mother is a progressive, absolutely, all her life.
My
No
mom came
kid.
around to that
Women's
later in
limber
life, but yeah.
feminist. Yeah, my mom was out there doing shit when I was a kid. That's where I got it from. So, yep.
Yeah, everyone download Signal. It's really not too tough. It's easy. Once you
Yeah,
use it once, it just
yeah,
becomes habit. It's
It's
okay.
just texting on something different. It's like
Yeah.
yeah.
texting on
Right,
a different app than the
right.
Messenger app.
Yeah, but she's 90. I also got
Yeah.
Proton email, which I'm gonna change my business stuff to Proton, change
Oh.
everything to that because that's another one that's supposedly why is that a bad one? You made a face.
No, 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 no. I
Oh,
was just like, I wish I could do that, but I'm
yeah.
like permanently and forever just locked into Google infrastructure because of just like
Your work.
a lifetime of photographs and like because I work
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
like communications and yeah, just like
The
all of my
cloud.
work is on there and just the idea of like taking everything that I have on Google and putting it on something else is giving me like my heart is racing
You
just
should.
Gotcha
I
now.
highly
Got the
recommend
gotcha now.
investing in like storage devices.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
I have 2 big WMD drives. Each one is
Mhm.
5 terabytes. Save everything
What's
on there.
WMD?
It's just a drive. That's the name of it. I think that's the company.
Western Digital. It's like a
Oh,
external
yeah.
hard drive.
Yeah, and I have 2 of them.
Oh,
And
Western Management or whatever.
I don't know. Is it
Western
WMD
Digital and Seagate are
or
like the 2 big
WD?
ones for
Well,
huge
yeah.
Those are
I
both those are both in Longmont, Colorado, where I used to live.
That shit.
Yeah. No, weird. I
Yeah.
thought they were like actually, you know what? One of them might be Waste Management, the dumpsters. But Seagate is the other one.
weapons of mass destruction is what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'm happy. I can unplug them and I'll have everything.
That's
Yeah.
why I asked
Thing is,
WMD.
yeah.
It's WD. It's just WD. I'm seeing it in the chat.
Twitch
Whatever it
recently announced that they're basically erasing like years of videos. I don't know if anyone saw
You
that.
can only have 100 hours
Yeah.
I got
stored.
rid of Twitch anyway.
So if you have shows or like, anything where you have like multiple hour-long things or whatever.
Is it tough?
Basically, if you've had your
account,
account like more than like 3 or 4 years, you're basically pwned.
what is pwned? They
They're
turn
fucking you over.
Is that like
It's like,
have
oh,
something to do with ponies? Is that like
Yes.
you're pwned, dude? Like
Yeah, it has
you'll
a lot
never
to
be
do
a
with, like,
horse.
I got an
Exactly,
email from
correct.
Twitch the other day. My account is gone. I'm off Twitch. I'm off a lot of things. I go back and forth on X. I vacillate. I want to leave and then I deactivate and then I come back. Did you know Adam McKay is gone from X? I don't know if he left voluntarily or he got suspended or something happened, but he was doing a whole lot of tweeting and he's gone.
I could see him being removed. Yeah.
And but I thought at first, I thought he's not writing me back. And I'm like, uh-oh, is he mad at me because I kind of scared somebody in the Green Party? And no, it wasn't me. I mean, I was so, like, how could I think he would be mad at me over
I love
40 million
scaring
people?
people in the Green Party. You got to
Well,
keep them on their toes.
Andrea, it was well, I had to because I couldn't help myself. But it's okay to be
I just
controversial.
learned so much from that like little thing that you said. First off, Adam
Owned.
McKay. Two,
Oh.
he's the Green Party guy. What the fuck? Is he? I didn't know this.
Oh yeah, he was totally advocating, which I have no problem. Absolutely. Okay. With that, I think though that many parties
I have a problem. I'm just
need
putting my hand up. I'm just
new
raising my hand.
leadership. It's called new leadership.
Mhm.
Everybody wants to bitch about the Democratic leadership. Well, people. Well, guess what? I think everybody needs an overhaul, except for Claudia and Karina. I like them. Can't help
Yeah,
it.
Greens at the local level are very cool. I had a couple on the show and
Yes.
asked them.
Oh, really?
I
Local level.
said, okay, so yeah, one ran for governor of Washington, one is running for governor of
he's the one
Maryland, and it's Andy Ellis and Andrew Stackhouse. Yeah, and
Mhm.
Andy Ellis
Those two.
he does a lot of podcasting. You could have him on easily if you wanted, Jeff. So,
Okay.
I said, okay, we just lost the election to Trump. Everyone's saying overhaul Democratic leadership. The Greens also lost. Are you overhauling your leadership? What are you going to do? And they're like, yeah, that's kind of a thing over here. They're like, that is something that we need to be doing more often.
On the big stage.
Yeah, it's like,
yes.
really, you're going to run the same person again? How many
Ugh.
times do you have to lose before you realize like you're not?
Oh, they could
gaining
bring
any
back
ground?
Howie. Oh, they could always bring back
I just
Howie
love to
Hawkins.
remind everyone that they rigged their primaries.
What?
In 2020, they refused to let certain candidates on, so Howie would win. That's when I was like, all right, fuck these guys.
But
They
just like-
do everything the Democrats do.
Yeah,
man.
just like the Democrats.
Yeah. But lower,
was
but
Howie's
the
turn.
difference is lower level, very cool. Anyway, I'm gonna have some South
It's
Carolina
always like
Democrats
that.
on very soon.
It's
Mhm.
always like that. There's local people here that in the Democratic Party, the little tiny little where I live, awesome, cool, amazing people because there's no other choice.
So we
for
need to
them
get
here.
them to hold their party accountable, right? We need to get them on and then ask them the pointed questions like, what's up
Are you
with this
seeing
guy?
this? There's a fucking bug on my wall.
Oh yeah.
I see the bug.
What the fuck? How come no one
Now-
told me this?
Is that an
Oh my
arachnid?
God.
Because I'm
What the hell?
Don't
I was
hurt
just looking
it.
at my webcam.
Don't hurt it. It's tiny.
Why is that moving? That's
I
fucked
think
up.
that's
Because
I think
it's a
that's the
living
NSA.
thing.
I think
That's
that's Elon
fucked up,
Musk. I
man.
think that's an
That's a
AI
bug.
spider.
That is
and-
It's
fucked
a
up.
bug. It's a bug. Yeah, it's a bug.
I gotta hold on. I'll be right back.
Where's
like-
Max?
Bug in quotes.
Listen, I have mice, but the exterminators have to come back. But when I got back, I got sick. I come back from the hospital. There was a nice present on the floor waiting for me. Nice.
Because you have
dead
cats.
dead mouse. But the exterminators were supposed to have taken care of this, and
I think that was one of your cats did that.
Of course, one of my cats did it. I know who it was, but I don't know if he brought it upstairs from downstairs through the cat door, or if it was. I don't see them usually upstairs. The cats. I haven't even heard the mice in the ceiling anymore, so maybe they took care of the problem. I have 8 cats, Jeff. It's a rescue
Oh.
kind of situation.
I
It's
only have 5.
Oh, okay. Somebody else with multiple kitties.
Yeah, I only have
It's
5.
a lot of work, though. It is a
Mhm.
lot of work. They
A
all
lot of
are.
litter boxes.
Yeah, a lot of. I have 6 big stainless steel ones upstairs, and
Cosmopolitics in the house.
hi, Christina.
Hey,
I'm getting ready
Christina.
to change over my basement into a cattery. So let's
Mhm.
hope it works.
I'm gonna start a new bit where I pretend to call my cat up, like, you want to come up? No? Okay. You want to come up? Come up. Come on.
I could not let
No,
any
she's
of
not
them in
coming up.
here. I
I'm
can't
just gonna
let
start doing
any
that
of them in
randomly.
here.
Everyone
my
who just heard me
goodness,
say
that is
I'm gonna
crazy.
pretend to do that will forget in a week when
I
I
already
start doing it
forgot.
for real.
Nope, mine are not
already forgot.
allowed. Not allowed in here because there's just too many wires and too many things, and they are annoying. I
Oop,
have
somebody wants to say hello. No,
I've got
okay.
cat. I've got cat-free zones, and I
Good
literally
bit.
remember what was it, Matt, that you guys made fun of me because I have to keep them.
She
from...
said she goes like this. She goes, hold on, you guys. I got to keep a cat from scratching. And I was like, what the fuck does that mean?
Because I have one old one with dementia, and he will scratch at every single door, not to get in or out anywhere, just to scratch at the doors. And I had to put this, unfortunately, plastic stuff on all the doors so he doesn't destroy them. But I've got, and then I got a new one. He's 17. He's doing good though. He's better than the drooling other one. That stinks. But
Stinky drooly one.
oh, I can't stand. Yeah, but
Wait.
he's sweet.
Who's got a debate panel?
Ooh.
What
A
are
real
you
debate
debating?
panel, yeah.
What's the debate?
Yeah, she does the movie show. She knows a lot. I don't know how. I know nothing. I am like
Tina
the
knows a
worst.
lot.
Jeff, they start talking on this when they start talking about Star Wars and movies. I'm
You're
like,
lucky I didn't
"Oh,
ask Jeff
boy."
what comics he's reading. But look, Cosmopolitics is one of those people who is on
Yeah, we
Anna
love her.
Kasparian's very short list, right? Like that's kind of a bona fide, I think.
And they were friends. Like, it's so crazy.
Yeah. Oh, it's
You
it's
just
a
in her
test
fucking
debate.
head.
It's a test debate a friend is doing. A test debate. So you're debating about the value of testing? Because I think there's no value. Just gonna say. Oh, winner gets a prize. Well,
Ooh.
gotta love that.
Pulling for you, homie.
I liked when
Oh,
she was
God,
with us.
my cat is running
Cosmo
all around this
politics.
desk. Hey,
Rawr.
I used to have a couple of cats. I
Oh.
loved cats. I really do. My wife and I threaten to get another cat all the time.
Oh,
But
I can ship you one
we have
anytime.
snakes. We have snakes where we are. I don't want to.
So you don't let them out because they get birds. You don't want to kill
I know,
the bird
but
population.
when we had cats, it was an 800 square foot house, and now it's a
Oh.
4,000 square foot house. And I'm not going to keep my eyes on those
That's
cats at all
huge.
times.
What
Damn.
do you use for heat in that gigantic house?
Hello?
It's South Carolina,
Hello.
so it's very
Hello?
rare that it gets hot.
I'm
or-
sorry,
or
am I interrupting?
Cold. Okay. That's a big house.
It's not bad.
I
but-
thought my house was big, but it's not
yeah.
really.
And you're
compared to
never
that,
in the
but-
house all at once, you know?
Right. Outside a lot. It's nice out.
No, I can't be everywhere. at
Oh,
once.
everywhere at once.
But it's,
Andrea, are you okay?
No.
yeah.
No.
How did it go?
It was not good. It was not good.
Is the bug okay?
How did it taste?
Everything fell apart. It was a really horrible scenario. I
I
tried to
don't
take
see
care of it the easy way. It didn't go the easy way. It was a terrible situation. My heart rate is not.
Oh,
I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. It's
Oh,
really-
you will.
Do you
be
want to talk about it?
fine.
or-
Well, one thing that can't be understated is I got really high before the show started. It's 47 minutes in.
What else
so,
is new?
I'm not mentally capable of dealing with this right now. So I'm
A
just
bug?
like on a ladder? Or like
yes,
Okay.
I'm on a skyscraper actually. I'm on the 17th floor of a skyscraper, so it's causing me a little indigestion.
I would get. I don't
Um,
like heights, so I would. I
Yeah,
agree
it's
with
really
you.
bad. Every
I'm
time I
very
look out the
ouch.
window, I see myself falling, and I think,
Should
well, maybe I
move.
should just jump out the window.
Should
And then
move
I
to
open the window.
Kazakhstan.
Oh, there's no screen here, so I could just kind of just go through there. But actually,
do
I
it.
There's no
Yeah.
screen.
Don't do
There's
it.
no
So
screen.
you
Yeah.
really are in Kazakhstan.
Yes, that's right.
Shizzling.
Letterhack's not impressed.
No, I just want to know what's the spider's fate. Did you put it in a cup?
Oh,
and
that
take it
bitch is dead as
outside?
hell.
Yeah. See,
Was
Yeah.
it a spider?
People.
It wasn't a spider. It was
Oh.
it was something worse. I
a
don't know.
lot of people are
I
like,
shove them outside.
you know how people are like, spiders are good for us. We need spiders. I'm like,
Now I'll tell you this
"Mm,
much: I don't mind spiders. Okay, I will be honest with you. I like spiders
I
because
don't
they eat
mind.
other
Me
bugs.
too.
If there's a spider in
Yeah.
the corner, like the ceiling and then in the little nook,
no,
I'm
no,
down to leave that guy there. Okay, I'm
No.
telling you, I will I'll get a
No,
little Sharpie. I'll draw like a ring on the wall, like this is your territory. Take it, kill all the
No.
bugs you want. You can live there. That's fine. Just don't crawl on me in my sleep. I wake up in the morning,
They
up,
will.
they're still there.
I'm
Unless
not
they-
buying.
Jeff,
I'm not
what
buying
is
the
your-
whole. They were here before us. Nah, I'm
Jeff,
sorry.
Jeff, what is your
I'm here now.
your bug outlook?
I gotta look at. I gotta
So many
scan every
bugs here,
wall.
it's
I don't know what
crazy.
the hell's going on.
We
I
have
don't like
so
'em.
many bugs.
I don't like.
But yeah, you're in a southern state
Yeah.
where there's more
Well,
buggy bugs.
Apparently, Richmond. I didn't know this when I moved here, but like Richmond is known for spiders, and I fucking hate spiders.
I got a
I
friend in
love
Richmond. All my
Richmond.
life she's been there. She's been there We went to high school together. She's been there for years.
I love driving through
She loves
Richmond.
it.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It's a cool town.
Yeah, looks
It's,
nice.
it's not New Orleans, but it's a cool town.
I like New Orleans too. I had a lot of fun when I went there.
Does moving there, like, does it make you feel wealthier?
No, I moved here for
Like
a
a
job.
Richmond?
No, they're north of Richmond. The rich man.
I see. Okay.
North
see.
of Richmond, like that guy.
Some dude from here wrote a song about it. Apparently.
Yeah, right. That's right.
You ever get like an itch on your back and you think it's like a bug crawling up your spine?
Sometimes it is a bug, and I don't
Yeah,
like
it
it.
could have been. I wasn't sure.
Just the right kind of bug, not a bug where somebody's listening.
It's a bug that leaves like a smell afterward. You know,
Who
Ew,
needs a
that's the stink bugs. Gross,
Not good.
disgusting.
It's
Who
not
I
needs
good.
that kind of
had
bug
I
when you
had
have a phone?
2
Right.
years ago, I had an infiltration of something and it was out on the deck. And it didn't happen this summer. It happened the summer before. It was, I guess they were stink bugs or something. It was the most disgusting thing. I couldn't even walk out to my vertical towers. I'm a big gardener. And it was just, they were all over. It was gross. I don't know what they were to this day, but it didn't happen last summer. I don't know why. Yuck.
There's another bug on the wall. Shut the fuck
No,
up. I'm
stop,
not.
There was-
Andrea. Andrea,
No,
you're getting paranoid
No,
now.
someone's
Stop.
got to get banned. Who's getting banned?
That
Donald James,
Damn
get out of
bugs.
here. What
when I
the
first
hell?
when I first moved down to South Carolina, I realized it's like the Australian outback, but like instead of crazy animals, it's like bugs everywhere. And so I opened my gym bag, and there were bugs crawling on my
No,
like
Nope.
Ooh.
wrong.
yeah, like on an
No.
aerosol
Yuck.
can of
Nope.
deodorant.
Ew.
No, they weren't.
Oh, can't be. Ugh.
Did you bring
Yeah.
open that super chat that we got?
Oh, we got
Not for you, Jeff, unless it was
I
for
know.
you. I don't know.
Anyway,
I
I think
wanna-
they were deodorants.
I want to tell a story about this. I love telling this story because I lived with somebody who believed I was in North Carolina at this hurricane that it was hitting, but I was living with people at the time that believed no, it's going to hit Alabama, and they didn't do any preparations. I was living with Trumpers at the time. It was hell on earth, right? Stupid motherfuckers. They waited until like the fucking like the wind and the rain was coming in until we did anything. It was a last minute
fucking
thing.
late. Yeah.
Oh,
People
boy.
believed it, man. These fucking Jesus. I get flashbacks every time I hear about that story, man. It's oof.
Oof.
They're not even. Oh, that's worse than the bugs, honestly, man.
I don't like them.
Ooh. Groove Dragon. That's a story. Did you see that post? He had a client who allowed him to crawl under his house to run a cable where he found the worst infestation of black widow spiders. Now,
How do you think they got there?
That's scary. Yeah, but those are killers. I mean, you're working and you find black widow spiders.
Yeah, and you
underneath there?
usually only see
Holy
like one.
wow. That gave me kind of like the creeps.
Anyway, you
No,
guys
thank
didn't catch
you.
my deodorants.
Yeah.
That joke. That was. Did anyone catch it?
No, I just did now. I'm catching it.
I'm not very good
You
at
know
baseball.
no, Matt knows I'm the last one. They all make jokes, and I'm like, I don't get. I like, and then I'm always saying, no, Matt, I was reading the chat. I was reading the chat. That's why I didn't get it. That's why.
What do
I'm
you
looking-
what do you call an insect with great jokes? A slaying mantis.
Gosh.
Slang.
I was not prepared for this.
Oh, what the dad jokes? Oh my gosh, that's
No.
every show.
That's the whole rest of the show, dude. What
Oh,
do
here we
you, this is
go.
gonna get really bad
Let's
quick.
go.
All right, Jeff, you don't have any dad jokes.
I mean, I do, but like they kind of come up in the moment. You know
That's what
I mean?
I'm saying. This motherfucker
Yeah.
will literally socially engineer like 15 minutes of conversation just to find a way to get his fucking shitty joke in there, man.
I mean, you know what? I respect the guy with a plan, so that's cool.
That's funny. There are some really bad,
I've got my
stupid
favorite.
jokes out there, but those
Oh,
are
so
kind
we
of
got some doomer humor. What is
Yeah,
that?
I've got the
Number
whole
2.
set. I've
This is
got
the second
whole-
one.
Wow.
Yeah,
Shit.
I've got the whole set.
made a sequel.
Show me that again. Let me see. What is on the cover there?
This
Who's this big head?
That's the guy that wrote it.
Oh, that's the author. That's
Yeah,
funny.
I have the whole set behind me. Doomer humor, and let's see. I don't know if I want to read any. I don't know.
My favorite
Oh,
kinds
here's a
of
short one.
jokes. Oh, go ahead.
What do you have when you've got 6 TV evangelicals buried up to their necks in sand?
A good start.
Not enough sand. Oh, but
I was gonna say my favorite kind of jokes actually aren't dad jokes though. They're
dirty jokes.
no, I like elevator jokes because they work on multiple levels.
Wah, wah, wah.
Mm, I've heard you tell that one like 48 times.
Wait, I gotta come behind me.
But for all the guests, it's always new.
Yeah, we've been on this show 69 times.
Yeah.
This is the same jokes, new Jeff every week. That's what we've been doing.
You subject the new Jeff to this torture
Yeah.
every single week.
Yeah.
Next
All
week
right.
on the show, coming up, Jeff. Which one? Find
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Limericks of Doom.
I have both of those editions. Yes.
It sounds wholesome.
Despite some careful dissections, I couldn't find cause for rejections. And with so many forces on hellbent doom courses, I simply ran out of objections. Yeah, the whole thing. There's actually 2 whole things. Limericks about global warming, peak oil, nuclear meltdown, human nature, fate, and the 6th great extinction. Perfect for my channel.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So those are the
6
limits.
only 6 extinctions? You would think we'd be at more by now.
We're in the 6th great mass extinction. We
It's
are
not
in
that great.
we're in the no
It's,
But
not,
it's-
it's really not. It's
scientifically
one of the
great.
worst extinctions.
Yeah.
I think all the other ones were much better, personally.
At least they had like a meteor hitting the Earth.
And the
you know, something
Anthropocene.
cool.
Oh, it's coming.
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
coming.
Hopefully sooner rather
3% last time I read.
It's coming.
It went up from 2 to 3 over the course of a week.
What
It's
3% of the population will be wiped out, or 3%?
No, 3% will be left.
Not enough. Sorry.
3%. So 97% of the planet wiped out.
Yeah. One fell
Why
swoop.
are they saying it 3%? Why wouldn't they say 97%?
No, I'm a fucking moron. It's 3% chance of hitting the Earth.
Okay,
Ah.
Fucking idiot.
that would be fucking
You-
hilarious.
Yeah, in other news, Bill Maher died today
Yeah.
or yesterday, whenever it was. I'm not sure.
Because like, yeah,
They found his
97% you
body
just
in a
round
cyber
up.
truck full of raccoons. How did they get there? Who knows?
Self-inflicted fellatio. He was learning to play the flute. The problem was it was his own flute. But like, I think raccoons could mistake cyber trucks for dumpsters. That would be so fucking. They're sitting there like, God, it smells bad. It's a metal box.
I just don't think dumpsters are as ugly as a Cybertruck. I mean,
Oh, it's giving dumpsters a bad name. Yeah,
No,
dumpsters at least
come in
serve a
multiple
purpose.
colors.
I did hear though that whole $400 million thing was actually signed during the Biden administration. The for those Cybertrucks.
No.
I believe it.
Yes.
Oh,
Not
for the
really.
cyber trucks.
Yes. For that everybody's saying, oh look, it's but it was during the Biden.
don't
Way to
you
go,
think-
Joe.
Don't you think honoring it and okay, let's say that was true.
I
Giving
don't-
him this carte blanche to do this, don't you think that's the conflict of interest though?
Yes,
Like
there's conflicts of interest all over.
no, but I'm saying like
Oh, now?
we could point the finger at Biden for doing that, but okay. But now beyond that,
Of course it's a conflict.
well, they're
of
just gonna
interest.
let him do whatever he wants and get the 400 million. But then didn't Trump like somehow amend it so technically it wasn't
Hmm.
a contract or whatever? What
I
anyway?
don't know
they, like,
the whole story.
Because they changed the deal in such a way the headlines were coming out saying like, oh, they took it back. And they didn't. They just changed
Okay.
what it was.
all
But
right,
he's getting
gotcha.
the money. He said
Sure.
they were like, don't you think it's fucked up that SpaceX is getting like you're getting all this money for SpaceX? He's like, well, I'm not doing that deal. It's the people at SpaceX. And they're like, but that's you. And he goes, no, I've hired people to do that deal. It's like, this is some bullshit, man.
That's literally what Trump did and still does with
It's-
his like hotel properties. It's
It
the
is
same-
literally what Charles Manson did. And last I checked, he was in jail forever, right? Like
Swasta trucks.
know.
Swasta trucks.
he's like, I didn't do it. The people who work for me did it. I
Yeah.
don't know.
And I told them to do it.
It's very like gangster, like Godfather logic, honestly.
Why are they doing it out in the open? Why aren't they doing this shit without? Why are they doing press
Because they can
conferences?
get away with it. Because
Yeah.
It's so weird. It's just ego,
Uh-huh.
right?
yeah,
They want to be known as the people who broke the government.
yeah.
I'm
They
gonna
did
be
it.
in the White House for a press conference wearing a t-shirt, a ball cap. Yeah, I'm so cool. Like, why? Because you saw the Social Network where they said it was cool to go to meetings in your pajamas and throw
No,
people off, and
because
like
they
it's
saw
fucking.
Fetterman.
But like it's ridiculous that they would. Oh, okay. Here's another thing I'm gonna choose to believe. John Fetterman's staff is quitting because all they do is work on Israel stuff.
Mm.
I'm gonna choose to believe that.
Yeah. I struggle to feel bad for them though. I don't know if they hung on to Fetterman for this long. Like, I don't know. Fuck them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't. Hold on. All you're doing really is siphoning Israel money into the pockets of like people who probably are going to use it for things that aren't going to be buying Israeli products. You know, it's just
Oh, jeez.
I do think it's funny that that headline. It's like people will choose to believe legit headlines without reading articles.
Mhm. Oh
And
yeah.
I choose to believe headlines because they aren't legit, probably.
it's
I
more
mean,
fun
This
that
is
way.
just a meme.
Bill Maher
Just a
did die
meme.
sucking his own dick today. So I mean, you know. How it
Yeah,
goes.
right.
I thought that was yesterday, actually.
Oh yesterday.
It was Monday. It was Monday, actually. But
Monday.
still,
Well, they found his body yesterday.
I
Yeah.
think that would be, oh my God. Like, that's why I'm saying, because somebody in the chat was like, you want to see pictures of that? But no, we need
Yes.
evidence because, like,
I absolutely want to
Wow.
see pictures of Bill Maher's dead body with him trying to suck his
I'd
own
like
dick.
to see a reenactment if
Yeah.
possible.
Oh, please.
yeah,
Now
is he
my-
like
my
leaning forward or is
visualization
he
of
on
the-
his back?
God.
I gotta, yeah.
Ew. Oh, you guys have put thought into how it's done.
I mean, like, how could
Yeah,
you
like,
not?
did he tie his belt to
I
his feet and pull himself back?
Yeah.
I have
Was it like
never-
a David Carradine type situation?
Oh, geez, remember that? Oh my God.
I love David Carradine.
Yeah, but that was quite a sad.
Sad,
ending.
Bill
what a way
Bird,
to go.
Not a happy ending.
you know what?
Oh,
Maybe he
maybe it was a
happy
happy ending. Yeah,
Yeah.
it could have been a happy.
Bill
ending.
Maher's
We don't
last words. Who needs AI?
know.
Oh no. And then his last thought was, I'm not that big. How did I choke on?
Jeez, his last thoughts.
I should have said I'm not that impressive. Because that would have been
His
more
word. His word.
universal.
That
I'm
no,
not
that's
that
how,
impressive.
That's his kind of word. Impressive.
Oh,
my
that
gosh.
guy. What a jerk. There's a clip of him trying to talk movies with Tarantino.
Oh,
And
no.
Tarantino's making a point, and then he goes, is it though? And it's like, dude, you are not the authority on literally anything. You're talking to
Everything.
Quentin Tarantino. And in that moment, and it's like Quentin Tarantino, and I think Paul Thomas Anderson. But anyway, Quentin Tarantino just was like, or no, it was the other comedy director. Forget his name, but he did all of them.
He did all of them, every single one.
If I remembered his name, you would all be like, "Yep."
You remember?
Yeah, he
what
did
he
all
did?
of them.
Step Brothers.
Oh, the brothers. Yeah. Somebody in the
I'm just
come on,
looking
somebody
at
in
the
the
chat.
chat. Yeah,
did all
come-
of 'em.
Come on, help
Come on,
us.
His
guys.
mother owned a night comedy club. That's how he got.
Adam
that's how he
McKay?
broke in.
No. It's the. You're asking me. I'm the one. With
He
the
did every
worst-
single one.
worst
Just think of any
memory.
movie. He did all of them.
Will
The worst.
Ferrell?
The Coen brothers. Coen brothers.
They did
Coen
Step
Brothers?
Brothers?
I don't
Oh.
know. I don't know because I'm the worst one to ask about any trivia
Mhm.
with movies.
This is why we
no
need.
one is saying it, but when I say it, everyone's gonna go like, "Oh."
I know, we need-
Pauly Shore, Judd Apatow. Thanks, Bob.
That's it.
Judd Apatow.
Apatow.
So it's
No.
Judd Apatow and Quentin Tarantino and Bill Maher. And Bill Maher is going, really though? He's like trying to debate them on film. You have got to, at some point, we all have to submit to the fact that there is an expert in the room and it might not be us.
Yeah.
We just have to.
Oh, that's unthinkable for Mar, though. That's unthinkable for Mar. I do want
Right.
to shout out. I want to shout out Looney Tunes for pulling out Mel Blanc out of
Oh,
there.
wow, yeah.
Classic.
Yeah.
Of course,
Mel
Looney Tunes
Blanc.
would come out with what? Tex Avery? You couldn't come up with Tex Avery? Come on.
Yeah, we had Coen Brothers, Will Ferrell,
Blanc. A lot of the
Ben
good ones.
Stiller. Ember Wiggins said Judd Apatow. There was Pauly Shore. Bob said Judd Apatow. Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
Pauly Shore. Yeah, famous comedy director
Yeah.
Pauly Shore.
Frank.
The
Oz.
Weasel.
Elizzo.
That was so good. I remember I was watching 21 Jump Street as a kid, and he was like an extra on that show.
Oh yeah.
A little bit
Encino
more than
Man.
an extra.
Encino Man will just always be like carved into my brain. It's
Yes.
like one of those crazy movies.
wonder-
Linkage.
I wonder how many people think when I say 21 Jump Street, I'm talking about that crap
movie?
movie
Yeah.
and not. Do you guys,
It was a
Andrea,
movie.
do you know that 21 Jump Street was a show?
Mhm.
I know
where
it's a
Johnny
show.
Depp got
Johnny
his
Depp,
start?
yeah.
Yep.
I've heard of the show.
It was so cool.
hmm
It was so fucking cool. When I was in like junior high, I was like, oh my
yeah,
god,
Johnny Depp was
these
a
narcs are so
young
cool.
kid.
I was like, they're cops, but they look like cool teenagers. They go to schools and bust the drug dealers. And now I'm like, what
drugs are
the
bad.
fuck?
That's like some weird
Yeah.
80s propaganda right there.
Yeah. We were like, this is
yeah.
great. And then right after that, Alien Nation would come on. This is
Okay.
Fox. Alien Nation was a show based on a movie where aliens come to Earth, and the one who is like the star of the story decides to be a homicide detective. It's
Oh,
like
okay.
that's this is what I always say. If aliens come to Earth and nothing changes, we still have bullshit jobs and capitalism and no healthcare. Fuck those aliens.
Mhm.
If they come here and become cops and just sort of assimilate to what we have going on,
Bullshit.
you
Get
came
rid
a
of 'em.
long way for nothing, Jack.
I'm going
That is
full
some
MAGA on
bullshit.
these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Get them out.
It's not necessarily a border, but like, how could you build a wall around the entire Earth?
Yeah. And
Let's
what
do
would
it.
you say?
Figure it
Make,
out.
make
Oh,
Earth
they're gonna
terrestrial
try.
again, not
Yeah.
extraterrestrial.
Well, they'll
Make Earth
try.
Just
terrestrial.
create walls out of the space junk that we got.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
Space
all that
junk.
like 21 Jump Street had everyone on the hook. Everyone was like, "Oh my god, they're so fucking cool. They have earrings that dangle. They wear leather and denim jackets. They have bandanas. They're
That's pretty
irreverent.
cool.
They're really like irreverent, but also they're trying to bust drug dealers in schools, like for ecstasy.
Drug
It's like in
dealers, man.
high
You got to
school.
get them.
That was
You wanna
when Dare,
arrest kids.
Dare, because Dare was big then. So
Oh god, I
they-
went to
they
that
had
out there.
And Pauly
Yeah.
Shore played a rich kid party animal. And he
So he
was
played
he was
himself.
hooked. Yeah. Well, he was being himself, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if he was rich or not, but like that's definitely very Pauly Shore coded.
The Weasel. You know, Pauly Shore really, really, really wants to play the
I'll be right back.
oh man, who's the exercise guru? I'm not remembering.
Richard Simmons.
Richard
Yes.
Simmons.
He wants to be Richard Simmons really bad. He was trying to get like public support. Did
I
you catch
actually have
wind
a
of that?
Richard, well, I have a Richard Simmons brother store. I used to wait tables in New Orleans at an Italian restaurant, and Richard Simmons' brother used to come in, and like he was a pretty good tipper, and he was like a really nice guy. And we were just like, I don't know, it
Did he
was
look
just
like
weird.
him?
He had the hair.
What was his first name?
Oh God, I can't remember.
Rocked.
It was not Richard. It was something like because Richard Simmons is like iconic.
He was a New Orleanian too.
Yeah. So if you're like Brad Simmons, that's just not
Yeah,
landing the
Simmons,
same.
yeah.
Or like, yeah, or like Leon Simmons. That actually sounds pretty cool. Yeah, Simmons kind of makes everything sound better.
It's
I
not
remember
bad.
there was a wrestler named Ron Simmons. He was pretty
Matt
cool.
Simmons sounds pretty lame, actually.
Not good.
Ron Simmons was the first Black NWA champion, actually too.
Oh, that's cool.
I had a buddy actually from Richmond. He lives in LA now, but he actually did a comic. He's a writer, a guy named Aubrey Sitterson, and he did a comic book story of professional wrestling. It's incredible. I love it.
Oh, wait, what's that called?
It's called The Comic Book Story of Professional Wrestling. I think it might be behind me. Let me see if I can pull it.
Oh, Lenny.
A live poll.
His name is Lenny Simmons.
OJ Simmons. Stop.
Yeah, I'm seeing Russell Simmons. Yeah, Pauly Shore really wants to be Richard Simmons. What do you think? Can you pull it off?
I think he could do it.
Andrea, do you know who
Not familiar.
Richard Sweating to the Oldies himself Simmons is?
Not too familiar. No.
You really don't know who Richard Simmons is?
I mean, I'm familiar a little bit, but not enough to say anything even remotely intelligent about the subject.
I don't know if they were infomercials or what, but it was called Sweating to the Oldies. And he would come out and start doing aerobics, right? With like a room full of people, right? And doing aerobics and saying, you can do it. You could not look away. It's not like I was sitting there sweating to the oldies doing aerobics and stuff. And he put out videos. He was, super rich and famous from this. But then he would go out into the crowd. He would go into the room of people doing aerobics. They would take a break where they would do like, he would go up to him and it would be like a counseling session where he would go, why are you crying? And he'd put his arms around him and they'd say, because I can't stop and I'm not in good shape. And then he would start crying. And I could see myself as a kid initially probably just really like being a jerk and making fun of this. But then it becomes the kind of thing where you're like, this is real for these people. It is not fake. It is not what became reality television where if you're crying, you're like, they told him to do that. This was fucking real.
It's in the sweet spot, the golden era of crying on TV. They can't do it anymore, Nowadays,
I cried Sunday.
Everyone's
on my
sarcasm detectors off.
Anybody remember this?
Ones of Steel.
Was that Suzanne Summers or?
That might have been Suzanne Summers.
No, it was What's Me, but
Oh, that was the Thigh Master.
Yeah.
She had the Thigh Master. That's right.
I'll never forget one time my mom came in the room and that was on the TV and she's like, what are you watching? And I was like, what? And she goes, you can't watch that. And I was like, Mom, the shit is on TV all the time. It's all they show. I'm not watching it. I'm waiting for it to be over. There's a difference.
It's a commercial, Mama.
For the Thigh
It's like, it's
Master.
always, I was like, it's like noon.
You have a Thigh Master?
I had one.
Okay. I was like, they still make them, or do you have like an old?
No. I had one. I probably had.
We've reached the kids these days portion of the program. Yeah, this is my favorite portion. This is one of my favorites. Yeah.
Although these days, forget it. My exercise is the cats in the house and the homestead and the gardens and everything else I do.
Yeah, Jane Fonda, she was big into that.
Oh,
Hanoi
yeah.
Jane. Remember?
She
Hanoi
was
Jane.
the aerobics. Oh boy, back then.
My right-wing neighbor called her Hanoi Jane.
Hanoi Jane, right? Because she was
So
actually
immature.
right. No, she was right.
I would say, hey man, yeah, and this is so out of the blue. Most people would be like, shut the fuck up, Matt. But I would say, hey man, what do you think of Jane Fonda? And he'd be like, oh, let me tell you. And he would like lay in, and I'm like, this is amazing. I could just like flip a switch, and this guy will go crazy. And then I'd be like, dude, it's Jane Fonda. Who gives a fuck? He goes, Hanoi Jane. That's what we call her. I'm like, all right.
Is this an older person?
Yeah.
Yeah, of
Okay.
course.
Well, I don't know. Like the idea of somebody that's like my age,
Same
like
Yeah,
energy.
that would be
Jane
funny.
Fonda is very funny.
No,
Well,
no.
and any conversation about politics would eventually go back to Jimmy Carter, and I would start going, nobody even knows who that is, just to be like, you're dating yourself. But of course, we know who that is.
I will say that Harvey K is right about Jimmy Carter. I'm like totally 100% right about Jimmy Carter.
100, very eye opening.
Mhm.
Mm.
Yeah, he
Would
did
you
a
like to
lot
elucidate for the audience?
He
No,
did a lot
yeah.
to prop up austerity,
Yeah,
and
He
then
was
the
essentially
Republicans ran with
the
it, and
way
then
he was
Clinton
raised.
The
beefed it
first
up again.
he was the Democrat that was the one that was essentially first ushered in neoliberalism in this country. So essentially, like you had
He's the
you-
godfather of the neoliberals.
I mean, not even
Yeah.
necessarily like a godfather, maybe in a couple of ways, but like he was like you had the New Deal and you had the Great Society, and then like the Carter period was sort of the end of that. Like not even Nixon. Nixon sort of was like a free spender in a lot of ways, and then when really the sort of you can't even really call it austerity, but when you can call it like when you have this sort of like pivot towards the individual over the society itself, this sort of like change in focus from essentially a societal good that can be done, and that's the reason that government exists, to it's everybody's role in the sacrifice to make America great or whatever the fuck. Like Jimmy Carter was the one when there was an oil crisis that wore a sweater in the White House and was trying to set an example to the entire country at the time that it's on you to do that, to sort of like individualize those responsibilities as opposed to
I would love, it's on me to wear a sweater in the White House. That's
But he
what I was
had solar
thinking.
panels up there.
He did have solar panels up there too before like they were even consumer available, really.
He just didn't have the foresight to see that what he was doing was going to give
Yeah.
the Republicans something to run with,
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
and
yeah.
cap, not just Republicans, but Clinton did it too. It's just
Neoliberals.
it's just establishment
Neoliberals.
politicians were like, dude,
Mhm.
this is a gift. Thank you.
Yeah, no, it's like a situation where like Carter cracked the door open and Reagan just like crashed through it, like kicked it
Water
in, you know.
heater.
Mm-hmm.
It was a solar water heater.
Mhm.
That's what it was. All right. I can't believe I'm still here. I drink coffee. I had to. Now I'm drinking vitamin
Oh.
water.
Yeah, it's 11:18 p.m. on the East Coast. Anybody who wants to bail can bail. It's been an hour. I'm not going anywhere.
Now I'm wide awake.
I have a show at 10 a.m. I don't even care.
That's
It's called
that's,
Left at 10.
left past 10. Yeah, left past 10 colon
AM.
left at 10.
That's called Left at 10.
I have to get my truck inspected a
AM
month
10.
late. A month late.
God, they don't do emissions tests where I live now. Like,
Nothing like that. No.
no, and you'll be driving behind somebody like, holy shit, you're gonna get pulled over, and then I'm
Nope,
like, oh
not
no,
there.
they're not.
Gross.
You're allowed to burn shit in your yard. It gets
I burn
warm.
shit in my yard.
No,
I
well, I'm
burn
talking
trash.
about trash. People will pile trash up in their yard,
Oh,
and then at the end of the
plastic
week,
stuff?
burn it.
Oh, that's bad.
Bags
I
of
burn.
trash.
I burn, but I only burn stuff that's like
Well, and you don't
cardboard
live.
boxes and burn 'em.
You don't live with houses right on top of each other. Like,
No.
as soon as it gets warm here, you open the windows and you're like, oh great, everyone's burning shit.
Oh, that's
Everyone's
really
burning fucking vinyl
gross.
chloride into the goddamn
Ugh.
atmosphere.
And like they were
I live
waiting.
with nobody.
They were waiting for people, all the trees and debris that fell down during the hurricane. It's actually really bad. Like I was driving around
Bad.
another part of town here and I was like, oh my God, this is tornado damage. It had to have been. So, although they didn't officially say that, but it took a real long time. Like this was late September, and they still haven't picked up all the branches that people piled up on the curb. So a lot of people were like, fuck it, we're gonna burn them. And then it's like a week every day. There were people in my neighborhood, multiple houses, trying to burn out stumps. Like where a tree
God.
fell down, they just cut it all up, burned all that
Mhm.
stuff, and then just set the stump on fire for like 3 days.
Mm.
I just
Like,
God.
come
See, when
on.
we had a
the
tornado
medieval
go through my
peasants,
place,
Crazy.
man.
Yeah, crazy.
I've
These are
still got the
fucking-
trees.
These are some fucking time traveling ass motherfuckers.
Me lord, I'm burning the stump.
They
It's
make
insane.
great places for
Fuck
critters.
me,
I've got trees down all over the place, but all the critters make places
Yeah,
to live.
and these stumps aren't even like in the front yard, or there was a couple where I was like, why do you even care? You're just gonna have a stump there. Fuck it.
A
Here-
stump
Got a
is
tree
cool. You
there.
can sit
I-
on it. It's a natural seat. It's a chair,
I
man.
did have people pull out a couple of stumps though. out of
Pulling them
my
out is
place.
one thing, but just setting them on fire and being like, it'll be
Just
gone in a
letting
few
it s-
days.
Yeah, a
While
few
they're
days
in
is
the
fine.
ground.
We're all gonna have to breathe that in.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? I also have kind of like PTSD from living in Colorado because there were fires all the time,
Oh,
either in that state or
yeah.
neighboring states. And it was like, now when I smell fire, I'm like, like we used to go to these farm parties in Colorado and they would have a bonfire. And I'm like, you guys don't get enough
Scared.
fucking smoke, huh? What is this? And they're like, that's a good point. And I'm like, all we do is complain that everything smells like smoke. We get out on this beautiful farm, and the first thing you do is make a fucking fire. It's stupid.
Get their asses.
I was like, now we got to breathe this in. I was like, guess what? I'm going home. You just ruined it.
Right.
Oh, Jesus.
I think
No, I was way too
everybody's
fucked
going
up to
to
go home
have
at that
to
point. I had to
learn.
hang out.
Everybody's going to have to learn that it can happen anywhere. I mean, we've had enough snow cover, I think, this year that we may not have the kind of drought conditions, but people don't understand. They don't. They really don't get it.
Mhm.
People are fucking stupid, man.
Sorry,
Well,
Ricky.
yeah.
Yeah, like this was the craziest. Like again, this is like the most snow I've ever seen, and I've also been like explained like a lot of like this jet stream stuff.
You
Yeah.
wish.
and,
I
like-
don't even know what you said.
The jet stream?
No, not
he's
you. I was talking
responding
to the
a
chat.
Oh, okay. I
Sorry.
beg your pardon. No, don't be sorry.
No,
But, like,
continue with the jet stream. It's more important.
is it?
Yes.
Like the idea that like the jet stream is like so. I don't know if I'm not I don't know this shit. Like I'm not less climate person, whatever.
This
like,
is Sandy's
somebody
specialty.
showed me, like-
She'll
Spit it
correct
out.
you, don't worry.
Huh?
She'll
Spit
correct
it
you.
out.
Yeah, like somebody showed me like the normal sort of like trajectory of like how winds go, and it's like
Mhm.
these fairly gentle, fairly like straight, kind of straightforward patterns, and it's like how they were, I guess, prior to like some of the onset climate change shit that we've been having to deal with for the past couple of decades, and then they laid down like these like wonky like
That's
wavy, crazy looking
true.
lines that like of like where the winds and weather patterns are going and the jet streams, and it's
He's
just like
broken.
no wonder we are getting snow 5 times in.
Yes.
I mean, dude,
Yes.
That was
the
awesome.
thing that
though.
made
It's
me
pretty cool.
insane. I had never seen this before in my entire life. I'm looking at videos of the fucking French Quarter covered in like inches of
Mhm.
snow. People snowball fighting in the French Quarter. I was losing my mind. Like, how is this real? You know what I
Like,
mean?
it's yeah. It's
Oh,
crazy.
it's not real. Don't you understand? They're dropping it from airplanes. I mean, yeah, it's chemtrails.
I heard it was the Jews.
It's the Jews. It's the chemtrails. Jesus.
That's
But
what we have a sitting member of Congress who
Yes,
thinks
we
there
do.
are Jewish space lasers
Yes.
affecting the
Unfortunately.
weather, like
Yes.
in Congress.
Yeah, didn't she say
It's
that
awesome.
Making
there was
laws.
why couldn't they make the fires go out in California because they have the cloud seeding technology? And she completely
Just
did
make some
not
clouds.
understand cloud.
Just burn the
seeding.
fires with a laser. That'll get them.
Yes, cloud seeding is real, but not to the Marjorie Taylor Greene.
There's another thing we
No,
can
cloud
agree on.
seeding.
Remember the video of the person planting explosives around the Capitol on January 5th? That was Marjorie Taylor Greene, right? Doesn't it look like her?
I hope so.
Is she gonna be the next like is she gonna be the next Elon Musk baby haver?
I hope so.
Oh,
That would be great.
That
Lord.
would be crazy.
She's
It's
probably
one of the
had her
most
tubes
supreme
tied.
organisms on the face of the earth, if you
my
ask
God.
me.
Her or Lauren Burbot. Bober.
Mix them both up. Mitochondrial
Yeah.
DNA. Throw that in there.
Ah,
Freeway.
ah. Mhm.
Three-way. Gross. Oh,
Marjorie Karen Green. Okay, Looney. Marjorie Karen Green. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, Karen.
we're saying slurs now, are we?
Yeah, we're slurring it up.
No, we gotta wait for midnight for that.
I like
so.
Marjorie Neanderthal Green.
Yeah, she looks like one. I'm a woman. I
Well,
can
it's
say
not
it. She's
rude against Neanderthals. They're
Yeah.
beautiful creatures.
I think Hassan says that she looks like one of the creatures from Attack on Titan. I think that kind of works.
That's awesome. Look,
oh, look at that.
There you go.
grr, I'm
Did you
in
just draw that?
Congress.
Who is that?
Oh yeah, I
That's
just drew
right.
it.
You know what? Congressional baseball fan, I think that there is some like transvestigation controversy around her. There definitely is transvestigation.
Oh, I've seen
around,
it for sure. Yeah.
What's the Nancy Mace? There's definitely Nancy Mace transvestigations happening. No question about that.
Yeah.
do we
I
think?
mean, that looks like
Not
Marjorie
mad.
to
Put
me.
mine up.
Mhm.
Yeah, right. Look at that.
Well, yeah. Wait, Sandy, which one?
I had sent the Great Lakes, but we don't want to look at that now. The Elon one. The Elon one.
Okay, you made this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not you.
Oh, it looks like some AI in there.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
No, I brought the pictures in from different places and I
No,
put
look at on the right.
together.
Look at those
Yeah.
bars.
That's right. I got them on Canva and put the pictures in from other places. But I'm not.
Sandy's so-called
Musk-
climate change activists out
Musk
there
and
using
Trump.
artificial intelligence, huh?
I am
Look
not.
into fraud and waste is like having Al Capone in charge of bank funds. It is. It
Yeah.
is. It's fucking disgraceful.
Yeah.
And people are like, I don't care. It
I don't
doesn't
get
matter.
it.
Well, people, white people. are
Yeah,
saying
I have a clueless friend like that, but I'm waiting to make a new video with her stuff because when she talks, like chats with me, she records her voice and she says the stupidest fucking shit. So I'm
Hold
I
on,
already
what?
no, really, she chats with me and says really stupid shit, but she records herself saying it. So I made a video back in 2000, maybe 19 or 18 of
Wait,
her.
I'm sorry. She's recording. You're
Okay.
having like a phone call
Hang on.
and somebody's
No,
recording
a chat.
themselves?
Nope. She chats with me on Facebook and I'll find you one. And she chats with me on Facebook and she records herself instead of talking to me.
Yeah.
She records it.
Ooh.
Voice message doers.
Yeah. No. Unfriend. Goodbye. Do not
I
pass
still
go.
am not.
I don't think so.
What laparoscopic surgery is.
You know, she's stupid. She doesn't know. She
So
doesn't know what-
hold on. How does it? There's like an app or
Can
something.
we
on the
invite this
phone.
person on the show? Can we get her on?
No, but
She
I
talks into something to record it and then plays it for you as a response to your
Yeah.
DMs.
yes.
So like they said, she sends like voice texts. Like
Yes.
you could record.
Yes. And several years ago, I made a
Oh.
video using them.
Mhm.
Oh my
Uh,
god.
Using what the stupid shit she would say, and now I got a whole new trove of stupid shit.
No, yeah.
Oh
Let me
my
see if I have-
gosh.
wait, let
People
me see.
do this.
Wait.
No, not people.
If I got
Something
one.
does.
Asshole.
Dead internet theory?
I love Elon Musk. I love what he's doing for this country. Did you see
Okay.
the money we were wasting? Like, why would we transsexualize rats, mice, and monkeys? Why?
That
Wow.
might be
Already
a
year
violation
after
of
year.
somebody's privacy. But
Nah.
look, I don't
Nobody knows her
understand.
name. Nobody knows her name.
I don't
That
understand.
honestly sounds like some Joe Rogan ass shit. Honestly, like it really does.
Well, I'm quite happy that-
No, I'm waiting
They're
because I'm going,
transsexualizing the rats.
I'm going
and the
to
cat.
make another video. She doesn't know I made
I
it
am
first, but-
less
They
concerned
transsexualized the
with the
bat.
weird, stupid shit they were saying, and more concerned with the fact that they have to record it. Is that saving it to the phone somewhere?
No, she's lazy. She doesn't want to type or talk.
Hold on.
into it. Oh,
If I record a text and
Mhm.
hit send,
Yeah.
it's gone now, or
You
is
can do it
that
on
saved?
Signal. You can do it on Signal. You can do it on text message. You can do it on
I'm
WhatsApp.
gonna only talk to Andrea on Signal that way from now on.
No.
She's gonna kill you.
Uninstall. Goodbye.
And be
Not
like,
happening.
yeah, but Andrea, did you see my attachment on the last? Oh my god.
Ooh, not.
Oh,
no.
I can't imagine. Sandy, I don't know how you
What?
endure that shit.
Well,
I don't know how you haven't
inserted-
been like delete.
I only recently
Blocked.
no, because I'm collecting the stupidity and I'm gonna make a
You're
video
gonna-
with it. I'm looking for the one I
That's
made
awesome.
years ago. I'm
That's
collecting
awesome.
it. I'm looking for it. Maybe you can play it, but
Can you
I
imagine if YouTube said you can only have 100 hours of content?
Jesus.
Mm.
I'd be
that would
like,
be bad.
that's monetized.
I've got 8 years of content here. 8 years.
I've been
What
on
is
YouTube
Twitch
since I was
doing
14.
by? What is Twitch accomplishing by enacting that policy?
They run their own servers, so they probably like decreasing some load. But that's probably what it is.
And erasing history. They don't want
I-
people to know that Twitch used to be better.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying it's good for sure. That's probably what they're thinking while doing that, honestly.
I'll find the video though, and I'll send it to you, Matt. You can look at the last one I made.
I
years
might
ago.
watch it on 2x. Just being honest.
Yeah,
I
I
might
don't
watch
want to
it on
listen to that
3X.
shit.
but this
I might
time,
do
holy
3X.
crap, it's so much worse. But you see, when I make a video of it, I will put graphics and I will make it into something, and it'll tell a story, which is how all my videos are.
I want to start a new game. You know how, like Michael Scott says, that's what she said, like excessively to the point where it's not funny anymore. Comedy plus time equals tragedy. So I think we should do That's How Bill Maher Died.
Wow, let's do it.
Because you just said something like they wanted to unload, and I was like, that's how Bill Maher
That's what I read it online. I think I read it on X, actually. I'm pretty sure I
X.com.
saw it over there.
It's the everything website.
Yeah.
That's gonna be good.
The everything website. Oh boy.
But I just cannot. I'm sitting here trying to wrap my head around
That's also how Bill Maher died.
people.
Didn't quite make it all the way around.
Oh, people
Oh my
are
God.
actually recording. And look, sorry, no offense to anyone in the chat that's like, I record all my text as voice, but like,
No,
to
offense.
me,
Go fuck yourself. Everyone
that is
hates
a
you.
lot of
Everyone
energy.
talks about you, and it's not good.
She's just
Maybe if
lazy.
you have arthritis.
If you have arthritis, that's a whole different
She
thing.
doesn't. She's who knows what she has. She's just
But
stupid.
if you're
She's
just
one
saying
of the
that,
stupidest people I know.
if you're
That's-
not conveying anything of importance, then I don't know. I mean,
Speaking
just
of
seems like
conveying
real
things that are important,
self-important.
She doesn't understand anything. And I try to teach her, and she's just impervious. I've known this woman for years, but I just recently got in touch with her because I knew she'd start doing this shit, and I'm in the mood to make another video.
Yeah,
And
just farm
nobody
her.
knows her
get her on the
voice.
show. Get her on the show.
Oh no. No.
I would love to see her meet a transsexualized person.
God.
That would be great.
Listen, she's the biggest hypocrite going. Mm-hmm.
You were gonna say something, Andrew?
Oh, well, yeah, we were talking about conveying things of importance, and something came up that I think we need to talk about. Around this time on the show last week, 7 days ago, around this time, I think it was around 11:30.
Here.
Yeah.
Something happened. Some people would refer to it as an incident.
Really?
Whatever you want to call it. Okay. I don't know. Somebody in the chat, and I'm not going to say names. Okay. Somebody in the chat said, and I quote, "I prefer Dragon Ball Super over Dragon Ball Z." Now, ridiculous. I know. But at the time I was seeing
What's
red.
Dragon Ball Super?
It's like a fan fiction, basically.
Okay.
And so, I was upset. I was tired. I was irritable.
Triggered.
Some would say triggered. Yeah. And it's like, for me, I was thinking Goku going Super Saiyan, Goku going Super Saiyan. And, it's just so good. And so, but I went too far. Some people would say I went too far. And over the last week or so, this was 7 days ago, this happened. Gohan going Super Saiyan again against Cell like crazy, right? But it was about 7 days ago that this happened, and I've done some soul searching. I decided, you know what? I don't want to cause people to be upset. I don't want to cause people to be stressed. And so that's why I decided to hold myself accountable. Here we have a framed Discord message that reminds me
Are you
of
kidding
my
me?
sin. I'm going to put this in front of my
You're
bed.
kidding.
This is not a
Oh my
joke.
God.
This is not a joke. I could read it out loud.
Please.
Oh
No,
my
don't. It was a
No.
Discord message.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
okay.
this is
Wow.
going in front of my bed, so that when I wake up in the morning every day, at least for a couple months, I'm going to hold myself accountable. I never want this to happen again, and so Latino Mifune, please accept my public apology on air. Thank you.
Wow.
That was very
I'm
sweet.
impressed.
There's probably only one of those types of apologies in the world right now from Andrea. That's a big deal. Donald James says this is huge. So Donald James would know. He's been watching Andrea for a long time. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
that's how I met Donald. Well,
Notice, by the way, I covered up a rare one-of-a-kind Dragon Ball Z animation cell originally used in the original
just for
anime.
that.
With this, I need to hold myself accountable. I can't watch Dragon Ball Z anymore. I don't deserve it.
well, we all learn lessons. This is, part of correcting our behavior to be more inclusive and less triggered.
Mhm. I love the
Although post-election,
Triggered.
we're all
I'm-
triggered. I'm fucking triggered
I
all the
have
time.
to say I've been triggered. I got so triggered. I got, what is it, peritonitis, and ended up in the hospital.
Well, that's not good.
Oh, my stomach's fucked. I, have to
I
have
thought it was a
surgery to fix-
shitification. I came down with a
I
bad
had
case
and
of a
shitification. No, this was an infection that could have killed me. I kept blaming it on everything else. That's why I was sick all winter. I didn't know what was wrong with me. So now I got to have a little surgery to fix it up. That I don't really want to, but I have to so I don't get sicker. But that's the next thing, the sepsis. I could have died because I kept blaming it, and it felt like a gunshot wound. Now I know what it feels like to get shot in your abdomen. I didn't know. I said, "Oh, I carried too much firewood. Oh, it was, every excuse in the friggin' book. Oh, look, Latino. That's sweet.
I don't watch either one of those cartoons, so
No, it's just nice.
I know what they are.
First of all, cartoons.
Look, I'm the last guy who's gonna throw around.
Am I going to
animation
need to do
words,
another
okay?
goddamn apology next week?
I know
At
it's
this fucking,
animation.
like, what are we doing here, man? Cartoons? Are you
It could
serious?
be a recurring segment. We could have like an intro or
Holy
something like
shit,
that.
man. Cartoons. My God.
I was just trying to be more insulting. Sorry,
Oh, okay.
it
That's
was
fair.
intentional. Although I like cartoons, I once had to do. I interviewed with a French Canadian woman who had a very thick accent, and she was
Okay.
trying to give me art direction for the designs that she wanted me to come up with. And she said, I want like cartoons. And I was like, cartoons? Okay. And she goes, but hardcore. And I was like, hardcore? Okay. She goes, blood, murder, but cartoons. And I was like, blood, murder, but cartoons. Okay. I think you've come to the right guy.
Yep. This is easily done.
You did that
So,
well.
I like
Very
cartoons.
well. I like your accent. I like the way you did that.
It's just an impression of that one person.
I know, but I want to hear it again. It was cool.
Cartoons.
Cartoons.
Yeah,
Yes.
like that sounded better.
I love
But
a French
anyway,
Canadian accent.
Oh, yes.
I've been watching a lot of vintage cartoons, not just the 80s.
Like
even
what?
Further back. The original Fleischer Superman stuff.
Okay. Oh yeah, I used to have
Very cool.
VHSs of those when I was a kid.
Yeah, they put them out on Blu-ray and stuff over the last, 10 years. So I've got those now. And it's like what do you call it? Rotoscope.
Mhm.
So they had like actors who would, people who would act it out and then they would animate over it. And there's one where a guy is dressed. It was real, they were still just doing gangster noir stuff, but they were dressed like Superman. So they had one where Superman was at the opera. It wasn't really him. It was a gangster dressed as Superman. He was at the opera going from what are those? What are they called? The VIP booths. where
Like
you
box
sit.
seats.
He was going back and forth to the box
The
seats,
Lincoln
murdering
Special.
people. Yeah, he was murdering people, and he would like go over. He would sneak over to the other one. It just looked really cool. It was like, it was probably just like not the best idea at the time. It was just all they had. But then looking back at it now, it's like it's kind of creepy to see Superman doing that, but it's not Superman. I don't know. Anyway, I like
It's an
that shit.
imposter.
It's weird.
Oh,
Man, Dave Marvin coming through with 5 more.
yeah, like
That's
Dave,
a total
you know,
of 25 tonight.
Come
It's
into
huge.
my goddamn chat.
and then Decipher says, Matt, can you please draw Sita, the last vampire?
Max,
that-
Max, Max.
Oh my God, it's Max the dog.
It's Max
That
the
is
dog.
huge. Hold on.
I have a Max the cat, and she's got a Max the dog.
How's Max the dog doing? I haven't seen Max the dog.
Max
for a
is
long time.
sleeping.
Max the dog got drugs yesterday.
What kind of drug?
what about?
He was on some doggy Xanax
Whoa.
Why?
because he had to go to a dental exam
Ooh,
Oh yeah.
and they had to clean him up.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Hey,
They
they're
had
taking
to
his teeth out?
clean this guy.
Yes.
So
Lots of.
he's well, he could be sober, but he's not.
Mm.
Let him enjoy
Mm.
himself. That's what I said.
That's what I'm saying. I agree.
Mm.
I got to figure out how to put this camera back on the stand now.
He's a,
My
he's a handsome fella. I will say that.
Oh, that's true. That's well, he's his teeth are now a lot better.
Good. That's good. He'll be very healthy.
my dog's hooked on CBD treats.
Oh yeah.
That little rascal.
Yeah. Like at 10 to 6, we give them to her at 6. At 10 to 6, she's sitting in the middle of the room just like like, I'm ready now. And I'm like, it's not 6 o'clock yet. Because if you give them to her too early, she'll wake up in the middle of the night and be like, I'm really wide awake, you guys. And it's like, shit. So
Yep. You're getting up at 4 a.m. today.
Mm-hmm.
Whew. All right. What time is it? It's almost time for me to
it's
say goodbye.
11:43.
Yeah, I might do a Jake's it soon.
Oh, wow.
Jake's has
Jeff
been
doesn't
doing
know.
that. He's
Yeah,
been doing
Jake's
Jake's
it.
on the whole show.
I
So
know.
Kowalski,
Hi,
Actually,
Kowalski. We
I
you
missed
can't
you.
announce a Jake's it. You just
I know.
disappear.
Is it like an Irish goodbye?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not ready.
Just be ready for it.
Yeah, be ready for it. We miss him.
Hey.
Hi.
Here, now let's just keep this conversation going. How are you, Kowalski? Please let us
Hi.
know with another $5. No, I really appreciate the $10, Kowalski. Thank you. Somebody just asked me a question and then I
He
lost
must be
it.
getting his money from the government. Farmers are in trouble.
Yeah.
He's the one that we would ask, right? From Nebraska.
Not
Or
farming.
any of my
Yeah.
neighbors. We'll see what happens here. I don't
Look,
know.
does anybody recognize the Bruins or
He
Wooly
gave
or
me
Desperate Dan?
$5. Thank you, Prairie Fire. He gave,
Oh.
that's good. Thank
Anybody
you.
recognize that?
What? What?
No, I do not.
If you just ask, could Kowalski give you $5? Could he give me $5 too?
Go ahead.
I'm thinking they're YouTube.
Oh, I just think that's sweet. Thank you,
Or they-
sweetheart.
Are they animations, as Andrea would say?
Aw.
Why would I say what?
Are they
Why would I
are they
say that?
cartoon characters? Are they anime?
They might be.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. This was a good show. Thanks for coming on, everyone. I had a good time. Jeff,
Yeah.
you got to come back. This was fun.
Thank you
What
for
time are
having
you
me.
on, Matt? 10 o'clock tomorrow morning?
Yeah, I'm back here at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning with the Letter Hack Daily. We'll be talking about some stuff.
How many times a week does the Letter Hack Daily show come on?
Well, see now the Letter
The
Hack
show entitled Letter Hack Daily.
it's a daily show twice a week during the day.
Yes.
The other 3 days are night or prime time. So Monday at 9, Wednesday at 10, Friday at 10.
So you
and
have a
then
letter
Tuesday and
hack
Thursday
daily
at 10 a.m.
twice a week. Is that correct?
It's okay. I wasn't going to call it letter hack daytime
You
or
could have.
mornings with the letter hack.
Good
It's-
morning letter hack.
I mean, 5 days a week is more than, say, 0.
It's a lot.
It is
I
more than
couldn't do
0.
it. I
That is
can't even
true.
do what I'm supposed to do now.
5 is definitely more than 0. I'll give you that one. You
Hey,
got me there.
Kim.
But yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to tomorrow's show. It's going to be fun. I've got a lot of stuff to cover tomorrow. I'm going to try and do it as succinctly as possible in about an hour and a half tomorrow. So might talk about Emil Bovey.
Okay.
Do you guys know who that is?
Nope.
That's why we gotta watch the
The
show.
only way I can find out is if I tune in. It sounds
That's
like.
right.
Yeah.
And
See?
Jeff, you sounded very convincing. I thought for sure you.
I don't know who that
Every-
is.
He's the
That was
border
good.
czar. He's the guy that said he was going to be up Eric Adams' butt.
Oh God. Oh please, Eric. Oh.
Interesting.
So,
that's how-
but nobody.
That's how
But-
Bill Maher died, actually.
That's that's fucking
Oh,
great
boy.
game.
Cut.
Oh, shit.
Great game. But look, people need to know that guy by name. They need to know all these people
Okay.
by
Yeah.
name. So
Yeah. I'm
I'm
getting
going to talk about him a little bit, and then I want to talk about the post
Hey.
office and the National Association of Letter Carriers. Yeah, and then we're going to talk about how Elon Musk was suggesting or is suggesting to Trump that everyone gets a $5,000 check,
Oh, that's
which is the money they saved
so
by
stupid.
making all these cuts, and it's just like, so we're
Oh,
going to
man,
talk
if
about
they did
it.
that, it's over, man.
We're
No,
going
like,
to talk
for
about
real.
it.
Bush
in
did that.
Yeah, but we're going to talk about it in terms of you know what a Jekyll and Hyde boss is.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna read like a research article on that just to compare it and look at the thumbnail. If you're gonna make thumbnails with these fuckers, it's gotta be funny.
Yeah.
All Hyde, no Jekyll.
Ew.
There you go. Oh man. We got
That's
some,
brutal.
Is that why
Ooh.
that what's her name left him? Grimm's.
What is that
Grimes?
like?
Right.
That thumbnail photo you made with the eyeballs?
Me?
Yeah. What is that? Put that back on.
Side
Yeah.
eye? I'm
Ew.
like,
at
what
that.
the fuck?
How long did it? How many like
Ew.
versions of that exact photo do you have? They're slightly different.
Every time I go live, I take a couple of screenshots of myself doing that
Okay.
right before we go live. Yeah.
No.
You never know when you'll need them.
No.
Yeah.
I've got a folder of them. I should probably
Okay.
go in and delete a bunch, but I'm trying not to do repeats.
No, print them out, sign them, and give them away, and then delete the file, and then that can be your way of giving back.
Yeah.
Those are Letterhack Daily thumbnails. Okay, so what else does and then I have Piper Bly from Assigned Media, graphic journalist, cartoonist, and photographer
Mhm.
coming on the show Friday night, 10 p.m.
Oh.
That's gonna be awesome.
10, okay, because I got Jim, my oceanographer from Alaska, but we are not talking so much science Friday. We're going to talk about support for each other in this trying time. He's very
Great.
angry and he is a political monster besides the fact that he's an oceanographer and has taught us all about what a zenadrule is and ocean heat and all the things that we've learned from him. But it's going to be a different kind of show. So
Mhm.
we'll try to keep it to an hour so that we can then get everybody over to you, Matt. That's what we try to do. It's not always
Yeah, I appreciate
possible.
that.
Yeah.
I really
It's
do
always
appreciate
possible. Yeah, but after my shows, which are usually really heavy, it's nice to go to for my people to go to you and decompress a little, you know.
That's
So
what I'm
we'll-
talking about.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but we'll
Come on
see
over
what
here and
happens.
chill with the
Yeah.
we're just chilling. We're
But
not
we'll
really
see
even
what
doing anything.
happens Friday.
Why am I even on this
because-
webcam?
Stop, man.
Just chilling.
Stop. Yeah, but
Oceans aren't real.
Jim is
Not the big
riled
beautiful
up.
oceans. The big beautiful oceans aren't real. You didn't see that
Mm.
that tweet that Trump.
It's going to be
It's
called Trump
so
Ocean pretty soon.
mine. Prairie fire, baby. Wow, I feel special. Woohoo.
Can I
I
plug
do.
DMC one more time?
Please
No.
do, yeah.
Sorry,
Um,
we're out of time here.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
No, we just ran out.
Well, I'm gonna try and get
Sorry.
it in anyway.
We have to BS for 5 minutes at the end of every show, so you don't have a chance to plug anything. No, go ahead, please.
Oh, please,
Good morning,
Lord.
comrade. WHIVLP New Orleans 102.3 on Saturdays at 10. You can also tune in anywhere in the world. WHIVFM.org/listen. Goodmorningcomrade.com is our website. You can find us on Instagram. You can find us on YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok, and Blue Sky. So that's sort of like where we're all at. This week we have Ashik Sadiq, who's one of the co-chairs of the Democratic Socialists of America, coming on the show. Really cool guy. He actually came to. I'm a DSA member myself, and he came to the Richmond DSA convention. We met up with him and actually had beers. He's a really cool guy. Really
Great.
nice. And really talked about how sort of like, you know, organizations like DSA can, you know, have to orient themselves to actually build power, which is not what the Democrats are doing. So somebody's got to fucking do it.
All right.
Link in the description of this video to that official website for Good Morning Comrade.
Thank you so much, and for having me on as well. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you.
next week we're going to have Jeff.
Some other
um,
Jeff. We're not sure who. It'll be a different Jeff.
Yeah, we're just, you know, we
Just
just say we're going to have Jeff next week.
The
We'll
month
figure
of
it out
Jeffs.
later.
Yeah, the
Um,
month of Jeffs. Any Jeff, please apply.
I'll just
And I have to shout out the Pink Barrio in my chat. He is another small YouTuber, but he's from San Francisco, talking about the climate crisis and now politics. Thank you for coming,
hell yeah.
Pink. He's awesome.
Good to see you, Pink.
Yeah, we love you.
Mhm.
Years.
Andrea, anything else? What do you got? Anything?
Do I look like I have anything?
I don't know. Oh, Sandy, you weren't here last week. Did you hear me talking about
Oh.
my picture of me of 3 years old from 1978? After the credits, I put it up. A lot of
Aw.
people had left,
Aw.
but
I
yeah,
probably was sleeping.
that's such a.
Oh wait, where was I last
Dorky.
week?
You were
I
recovering.
just came home from the hospital. Yeah, that's right. I was like, yeah, post almost dead. That's right. Okay.
Huh.
I
But
didn't
you're
die
not
though.
dead. Now you're better. You got
No,
better.
not right. Not all the way, but yeah. No, I didn't die yet. I'm very morbid. My last thumbnail was me in a coffin or with all the cats laying around me.
Well, that's why you can do
I
the
am-
zombie Ivana Trump, because you,
That's right. I'm good.
That would
at
be
all
great.
shit. All right, I'll have to do that. Yeah, Looney, are you up for it? For me to be the zombie?
I'll answer
Ivana?
for him. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Inscription.
Well, then I have to start practicing again, because when I was doing Ivana, my cats thought I was a whole different person for like, 2 weeks of talking, like practicing the whole accent. Yeah. Because the year before I was Kimberly Tammy Lauren Gargoyle.
oh my gosh.
I
Wow.
love Halloween.
Okay.
Guns and all.
Well, are we really gonna just end the show in like a normal way?
Well, I'm
No.
leaving.
Usually we teeter out for like hours, and
No.
Andrea just keeps going, and we can't find a way to end it.
This is anything but normal.
Well, I've got wonderful people.
When
in
you
my
think
chat,
about the
but I'm
context of
tired.
this show, this is not normal.
Whoa!
Look
What is
how
that?
cute.
What is that
Aw.
naked doll on the counter, by the
Yeah,
way?
that's a GI Joe. That's the first thing my mom sends me this, and she goes, "What's with the naked GI Joe?" And I was like, "Well, there's a
Letterhack
lot
was
more going
experimenting
on
from a
here."
young age.
Oh.
Is that G.I. Joe
Very
doing what Bill
close.
Maher did when he died?
That's how Bill Maher
Something
died,
similar.
Ah!
standing on a counter, one shoe.
No, not the
Look-
not you, the G.I. Joe.
Look at the Cookie Monster cookie jar. Come on,
That's pretty
That's
sick. That is
hilarious.
pretty sick.
Oh my
I love
God,
it.
that's so
that was in
funny. I
our
love
house
it.
till I was like moved out of the house. They might
Thank
still
you,
have it.
Kowalski. What a wonderful guy. All
Pretty
right,
epic.
babies. I'm out. I love you.
Well, nice
Okay.
meeting you, Sandy. Really nice meeting you.
Absolutely, Jeff. I'm listening to your show. I'm going to
Oh.
start. Yes, man. Mwah.
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 Yeah.
I still don't get this reference. I'm sorry. It's
cares?
more confusing now that there's a Star Trek element.
I don't care.
I already
That
put that
reference
one up.
can't
I
hurt
already
me.
put that one up. This is a good one. I don't know if I put that up, but agree.
It is good.
Yeah, anyway, good show. Thanks for hanging out, Jeff. Andrea,
Totally.
always good to see you. Always a pleasure. What else? Got anything else? Somebody give me a good mic drop.
Oh, man.
Actually, mic drop is, I think that's how Bill Maher died. He was like, oops, I picked that up. Wait a minute, while I'm down here.
Who's Mike?
Yep, that's what everyone wants to know now.